Hello, friendos. Happiest of all the Mondays. How are we doing? We have another weekly upon us. Hello, hello. Sailor, thank you for the biddies. Caddy, Fear, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. Painting miniatures. Well, that sounds fun. I'm good. I'm doing good. Got a lot done today. Got a lot done today. What a day. What a day. What a day. But hello, friends. Stab, hello. What is up, Ribs? Matthew, 6 foot, Colin, Owen. Look at all these friendos. What up, guys? Tiffany, thank you so much for the 3 months. Smokey Nova, thank you for the 14. Shield, thank you for the 4. Oh my God. OBS has been, it's being a pain. Oh, what did it do to you? What did it do? Oh, thank you guys for all the taps. I appreciate it, man. I don't even know what to call those things. I'm every other stream, I'm like turning them on, turning them off to see if we like having them or not. All right. I think everything's on. About as good as it can be, I think. At this point, yeah. About as good as it can be. Nocturnal! Homie! Multitasking. No, you're good, Autumn. I appreciate you. You sprained your knee. I'm sorry. Hopefully you didn't sprain it too bad. Don't you what, me? Tiger, hello. What's up, Kuro? How are you? Make sure all my ducks are in a row. Certified, hello. How's it going? Oh, my Lanta. Nocturnal. Lady Sovereign, thank you for the 20 months. Worst pain in your life. I've never broken a bone. I sprained my ankle when I was young. That's like the worst thing I've done. Like, okay, I got hit in the head with a rock once. That's besides the point. But spraining my ankle, I think, was probably one of the worst ones. It was not good. Not good at all. Railroad, thank you for the subs. Yeah, apparently the 35% off thing is going until the until the 14th. Oh my God. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Mayor. What's up, Luca? Broke your ankle going down a water slide. Cracking your head open. Yeah. I mean, long story short, what happened to me when an old neighborhood that I used to live in, there was like construction in the back of the neighborhood. And there was this big, it was not a pond, but it was basically a big dirt hole that filled with rain, but they were still doing construction. We weren't getting into trouble per se, but we were just like throwing rocks into the water. And one was on, like, some of us were on one side, like a couple were on one side and a couple were on the other. And we're just throwing it in the water. And I'm bending down to pick up a rock and I hear, look out. And then boom, I just feel a hit and lights go out for a second, for like a second. And then I'm like standing up and I'm like, what the hell was that? And then all of a sudden I feel it rushing down my face. Yeah, he thought I was going to die. I just needed stitches. It was fine. But yeah, it was not a good time. What's my favorite season event of all time? My favorite Phas event? 2023 Halloween. Yeah. You found out what you're having, Mrs. B? What are you having? Spill the beans. Spill it. Broke both of your arms playing rugby at the same time? Or like separate occasions? Explains a lot. How dare you? Am I ready for Chronicle? It's not here soon enough, friend. It's not here soon enough. My friend got the spicy bean boozled. Bean boozled is trying to get me to eat the Reaper one. You should give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Hi, Vinny. Waffle, thank you for the subs. I don't know if I'll do it every day. We'll see. But if we hit the daily goal, I'll do the good spin. If we double it, I'll do the bad spin. That bad spin it's not just a soda. It could be bean boozled, spicy bean boozled, a soda. I hate it here. Gosh dang it. Your We Trusted the Monkey Paw video. Oh man, just the games with friends are forever good. Favorite hot sauce? I don't know if I have a favorite. There's a few that I do like. I actually did enjoy, like during our Hot Ones challenge stuff. I found a few that I actually really liked. There was like a garlic one that was pretty damn yum. Yeah. Afterlife, welcome into the stream, friend. Hello, we're doing the weekly, and then after the weekly, the crew is sticking with me, and we're gonna play some more games. We're in the mood for friend games, so we're gonna keep on trucking, and they're gonna keep me alive, or so I hear. Master, thank you for the 60 months. Oh my God. Sure. I mean, when Mare lets you get got, it's because she wants you to learn. When Song lets you get got, it's because he doesn't know where he is. And Phoenix, she's the savior of everyone. Yeah, you learn your lessons. You saying I'm old? We're all old, Song. Get out of here. We're all old. Guys, the lovely Phoenix had a 1K celebration. Just had a 1K celebration. Big GG's to Miss Phoenix. 1K is a very, very big deal. And I'm glad you had such a great day, friend. I feel like I'm seeing little hairs all over the microphone. I'm sorry. I was able to watch bits and pieces here and there. Freaking busy day, but I'm glad I was there to watch at least for a bit. Yeah. When Flash lets you get got, he's a bully. Not all the time. Just sometimes. Crimson, thank you for the 23. When Coach got by the Revenant, that was Aldi's fault. Aldi broke the mirror, and I didn't know, and it just instantly happened. What am I supposed to do? How's Lilo and Stitch? You know, it was good. It was good. We were discussing this a little bit in the Discord. I'm not a huge live action guy. I don't know. The live actions are okay. They're fine. Would I recommend that you go and spend money in the theater? Only if you desperately need the theater experience. I think you would be okay waiting for it to come to streaming services. But it was good. It was still good. It was good. I'm not like a diehard Lilo and Stitch. I like Lilo and Stitch. It's a great movie, the original, of course. But yeah. The Beauty and the Beast live action was actually really, really good. I do agree. That's probably one of my favorite live actions. I would agree with that. Yeah. With kids, it's better at home. Pause button is important. We have captions on a lot. A lot, because they're always talking about something. It's very, very helpful. Can I time out Song? Yeah. Crimson, thank you for the 23 months. Whoop. Thank you so much. Fairy Den, thank you for the 2 years. Oh my God. Crimson Rome was there too. My random internet friend. What is the chance of getting a blood moon? Is it 2%? It's 2%, right? I don't think it's 4. I think it's 2. Hi, Shauna. 2%. There you go. 2% milk. There it is. Yep. And we have friends that have gotten blood moon like 2 or 3 times back to back. I think Break has gotten blood moon back to back before. I don't know if I ever. Hi, Copper. Copper. Friend, thank you so much for the sub. Angry Beavers, yes. Listen, some of these alerts are my favorites. I'm definitely going to change them out at some point, but there's a few that are going to stay probably forever, for all I know. Copper, homie, thank you so much. How the hell are you doing, friend? I heard the Beavers theme and back to lurking. Sage, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Amethyst, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. How's it going? Listen, you can beg for ghost gambles all you want. I will do it whenever we do it. You can get to day 75. I will do it eventually, but I definitely don't like to do it often. Yeah. 6 foot. Oh my God. 29 months. Oh, we doing a thingy? Apparently. That's what they say. We're starting off with the weekly, and then after the weekly, we're jumping into more games with friends, more Phaz. We have not decided what kind of games we're going to do yet. We might make it spicy. We might not. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. 6 foot. How are you, homie? How's it going? Oh my God. It's trying to catch up. It's doing its best. It's doing the best that it can. No one holds a candle to my raft begging. Yeah, that's true. Song, I think Song does win there. Yeah, Jordan, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Have you ever had a burnt crucifix from the outside? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even before they, in my opinion, before they added the tier 3 crucifix and made all those adjustments, it was cooler to get a burnt crucifix out in the truck because it was even more rare. But it was still possible to get a demon to eat a crucifix on Edgefield if its room was upstairs by the window. That's how that worked. Stab. Thank you for the subs. Well, we might have to do a daily. We might have to do a daily spin. I'm not exactly sold. I'm not sure, but we'll do that soon. Got one on Tanglewood because the demon was at the front door. Yep. Can the demon reach the Tanglewood? I guess if it's a demon and a tier 3 crucifix, it probably could, right? Yeah. Everybody, Joe Crazy. Thank you for the 3 months. Copper. No. It was tier 1. Really? Tier 1, demon, Tanglewood, truck. Can it reach that? That doesn't sound right. Am I wrong? Hi, Brittany. Doing well. How are you? Got a video. What is the range? From the truck to the door. What is that range? You said 4 popsicles? That's great. That doesn't sound right. If it's in the foyer, there's a bug. Right by the door, it has an extra. No, you lie. You hush your butt. No, it does not. You lie. I need to see that in writing. If there is an actual bug about like some range not being correct, I definitely want to know about it. If you find documentation or you find someone in the like Phaz Discord that can confirm that, I would love it. Grinding Sunny Meadows and Point Hope. Nice. Do your things, man. Do your things. More common on Edge and Sunny. Yeah, because they're closer. For sure. It's a myth. Okay. And the bone is in the ghost room every time. Come on. Defini. Hello, friend. Defini. What madness are you working on now, friend? What madness are you working on now? No way tier 1 would reach the truck on Tango. That's what my thought is. Because the distance from the truck to the door is very far. Bone in the ghost room? That never happens. Listen, that was a long-lived belief. So many thought that was true. Guys, thank you so much for the hype train. Shit. The bone has been found in the ghost room more often than not, I've seen lately. It depends on where you're playing, man. It really does. Honey, welcome in. Cats! The distance is crazy. At least 1 foot. More mods. My weird Twitch app thing. Go on. What weird Twitch app thing? Go on, please. All right, let me get Phaz open so we can get rolling. We got a weekly, and then after the weekly, more games. More stuff, more things. More stuff, more things. Guys, if you are here for the first time, if maybe you followed and you saw the noti come in, I appreciate you for stopping in. I do have a Discord. I just dropped it in chat. And then the rest of the socials are there as well, friends. Scarlett, thank you for the 5 months. Has Kinetic told you when you'll get early access to the Chronicle update? I will probably get it 24 hours early. I say probably because I don't know if that was in stone yet. But for the larger updates, we typically, Kinetic partners typically get it 24 hours early. So I should get it. What's the drop? Is the 24th on a Tuesday? If it's on a Tuesday, then I should be playing it here on that Monday. Yeah, very chill. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lethal. Is that a lethal choice? Excuse me? Pardon you? Did I just see that name drop in here? Excuse me? Cosmo, thank you for the 15. Hi, friend. It's for personal use currently, but it's to replace my things I made and mix it up. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. Lethal, how the hell are you? Shenanigans? Restaurant in Boston? That's right. You mean shenanigans? Oh. Hey, Ray, how's it going? Yeah, Chronicle's going to be so sweet, man. It's going to be awesome. All right, we need to do our spiel so that way we can get into our friend games. Baby's doing 2 months. I'm so nervous. Oh, man, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I mean, if I could give any sort of like fatherly advice, or I guess just words of wisdom, you will never be ready. You will never be ready. Every child is different. You will adapt. You will figure out what they want, what they need, and you'll not only make it work, you will prosper. Believe. Believe. Every single one of my kids was different in some way, shape, or form. Not if you clone them. Okay, that's fair, but we're not talking about cloning. Okay, that's a different conversation. Flash fatherly advice is you're never ready. That's facts. You are never ready. I have a lot of friends that are like, well, we don't even want to have a kid until we have this or until we have this. If you're making excuses to why you can't have a kid right now, but you know you want one, but I can't right now though, because you're never going to be ready. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. I have a 5-year-old. He's a cat. Oh my God. My kids are 25, 21, and 9. Oh my God. What a jump. That is a big leap. 21 to 9. That is a decision. Have them when you realize what you want for retirement. Oh, there you go. I think when we had our first child, leading into that, we said, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. If we have a kid, it's meant to be. If we don't have one right now, then it's not meant to be. And we got married and had a kid roughly 9 months later. So I guess that was the world saying, you're ready. You should go ahead and have one now. I have a 6-year-old son. He's a moody cat. A moody cat. Oh my God. System includes classes, things like that. Oh my God. It's a feenie. Your son just turned 7. I'm not ready. That's fair. Yeah, our daughter just turned 7 not that long ago. And then our son, one of our sons turned 10 and the other one just became a teenager. So all the funds. Yeah. Then you had another. Then you got Snip. No, that was after number 3. No. That was after number 3. Hey, Heater, how's it going? Yep. Have kids because eventually they give you grandkids. The reward for raising them. That's right. And then you can have fun with them and then give them back. I have 3. I have a daughter and 2 boys. Yep. Daughter's youngest and then the boys. Yep. Oh, you snipping? No, I already did. No, that's already happened. I'll be real with you. Yeah. I'm not having more kids. No. 3. Good. Set. We aight. You should play Voice of the Voice. It's a free. Oh, Dr. Cal, recommend it in Discord, friend. Yeah. Recommend it in Discord. I have a suggestion channel. I'm probably going to add another channel, by the way, that is just for game recommendations because I feel like it gets lost in the sauce. I feel like people see suggestions and they just see the overall arching theme of what that is. But I think if it was game suggestions or like, I don't know, we were talking about it in mod chat, what it could be, then you guys could specifically say like, here's a game I think would be great. Yeah. Woo! Snip pals. That's right. I give you props. We might even stop after the. Hey, everybody is different. Every couple is different. Every marriage is different. Every person is different. You might want 1 child. Someone else might want 20. It is okay. It is absolutely okay. You might not want kids at all. Whatever. Nose, thank you for the 6 months. And Juju, thank you for the biddies. Beans for the kiddos. Oh no, stop it. I appreciate you. Got one and got snipped. There you go. Because you guys were, that's all you wanted. And that's totally fine. You should try out Minecraft. Hey, I played Phasmophobia in Minecraft, Mr. Katz. How dare you? Guy tips, hide from the ghost. Don't let it get you. Not in the mood to push them out. Fair. Very fair. My fiance wants as many children than I can supply. I told him we're having 2. That's my limit. We playing Minecraft now? I mean, maybe at some point. I don't know. Look at Mary. Ugh. Off to bed, work early, Lethal. It was so great seeing you, dude. I appreciate you stopping in to say hello. Lots of OG homies. Lethal, cats. Minecraft the viewers, listen. What do I look like, bearded baron? Roblox Phasmo was fun too. It was fine for a day, a couple of years ago. I have no interest in playing it again. That comment, I get that comment randomly, frequently. You should play Demonology. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. I'm like, I'm fine. Thank you. Off to bed. Good night, dude. All right. Let's do the thing with the stuff. Speaking of, when is the Shrek cosplay? You know, I was just thinking about that today. I was just having that thought today about when I should do that. And, you know, I was thinking of just saying F it and biting the bullet and doing it this Wednesday. The sooner that I do it, the better, because then I'm not trying to remember that we need to do it. I feel like Wednesday might be the best time to do it. Can't wait to see the challenge. Oh, we will see. Ever play Switch games? Very rarely. I only play Switch games if it's with the kids. You look great in green. Tiffany, I have been green multiple times. This will not be the first time that I've been green. Funny enough. All right. Enough chit chat. All right. We're rolling. Courtney, what's up, Harrison? How we doing? That's connected. Good. There it is. I'm just making sure that everything is ready to rock. The shark cosplay was funny. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hi, Sparkle. Hello. Blood Clay, hello. RC, new coming, hello. All right, I'm just about ready. Okay, go here. Vertical. Options. Yes. Hey, what's up, Ellie? How are you? All right, that should also work, which it did. Lovely. Good, great, grand. All right. I think I'm officially good to go. Okay. Everything is rocking. California. Hello. You completed in like, you completed like 5 minutes ago. Oh, gotcha. I always do it on Monday nights. Always. Always. Hey, Jorley, welcome in. Dark Hours is a lot of fun. Someone suggested that in the Discord. They suggested the Dark Hours and like all those games. And I said the main reason I stayed away from them in the first place is just because there's so much talking. There's a lot of talking. A lot of talking scenes. So I stayed away, but I don't know. I might play them at some point. We'll see. We will see. Soggy, thank you for the follow. Razor, thank you for the 23. About a month ago, you did it Sunday night when you streamed late that day. Wait, what did I do? I'm lost. I'm lost what I lied about. Oh, the weekly. Most of the time. If it's ever a time when I'm not doing it on a Monday, it's because I can't play it on Monday or because we were able to sneak in a late stream on Sunday or something. Yeah. No, Raven. If I get one more password reset call, I'm going to scream. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. We're ready. This week's challenge is Deja Vu. This one feels pretty nostalgic, don't you think? This is at Tanglewood for our 5K. So deja vu, meaning a lot of the settings are going to make it feel like the game was. It's going to feel just like it did when the game first released. Okay. But we can look at that with some of the settings and some of the details that we have right here. So we get 3 evidence, 100% player speed, 75 ghost speed. Curse object is Ouija board, no sprint, light rain, and then a lot of the equipment that is what the equipment was before they added tiers. And the reason that they made it a 75% ghost speed is because when you first started this game, when you first played this game, you couldn't sprint, but you could outpace most of the ghosts because there was no line of sight speed and all that jazz. So there's obviously some complications and it's a little more difficult now, but you get the idea. There's no dots because there were no dots. Right. And then if we look here, we can see that we have our detailed details. Here are the player settings. Here are the ghost settings. Here is the contract. And that means we're ready to go. Ready to rock. Okay, let me back out of this. Go to multiplayer. And no hiding, right? Yeah, we didn't have all that extra stuff. And unfortunately, what they don't do is they don't change the map around. I think that's been one of the biggest. Wait, hold on.
There are others out there in need of help. Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
How are we today? We're good. Fallen Insomniac. Thank you for the 23 months.
Out there in need of help.
Damn. I would like to get one. I feel like I'd be doing my service if I got at least one of them. You know? Something up with one of the lobbies. Yeah. I tried. Whatever. I'm not sitting here all day doing this. No shot. No shot. We're not doing that. I'm just trying to do a service. That's all. That's all. Just trying to do a service. Okay. Hello.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Karn?
Yeah, Monday being Monday.
Monday being Monday. Are
How's it
people
going?
being people?
The usual.
Fair. Fair. Just now you have to deal with that on Monday, which is not any better.
Yeah.
Got your weekly done. Nice. All right. We'll wait for those other heathens and then we'll, I guess, get to it. Deja vu. Tangle Streets. Good to go. Good to go. We're not playing with viewers, Nardo.
Said was here immediately, and he's not even in here.
I know.
Imagine
Ah! Well, speak of the devil and they shall appear.
Heathens.
Evil. Oh my God. Crow. Hi, Crow. How was your celebration, friend?
I don't. What's going on? That was weird.
What happened?
Yeah, in the beginning, like, I was hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard myself really, really bad, like really loud.
Yeah, it was echoing for me too when I first joined, which is really
Oh
weird.
God, that wasn't through me, was it?
I don't have you playing anything.
How do you still play this game? So what you do is you boot it up and you hit play and then you do the investigations. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really great.
Bug.
Hey, Caleb.
Faz being Faz feature.
Maybe the lobby being the lobby. Alyssa, thank you, friend. Hi. And then you get a ghosty hug. Hey, Kirsty, what's up? How are
I
you?
wasn't gonna say it, but I was saying it.
What were you gonna say? Go ahead, do it.
As would never have bugs. What are you talking about?
True. Very true. Okay. So, big
It's the
takeaways
most
for
perfect,
this.
flawless game
We-
I've ever played ever.
Touche. 75% ghost speed, so do not forget that it is not a normie. Hey, what's up, Aiden? And we have new
But it's
Dootskis. This is true.
3 evidence.
Alyssa, friend. Yeah, we get 3
Yeah,
evidence,
no
no dots, no sprints, no hiding.
Just like old Faz.
Just the old Faz. Yep.
Yeah, but is it like old Phasmophobia?
No, no, we complain.
No.
We complain every time, and I said there's so many things I wish they brought back, like when the ghost would not hunt in physical form. I kind of wish they brought it back only for this, where it could hunt in any form, like it used to.
You know what else would be nice
Yeah.
for the deja vu? Bringing back Old Asylum. Just
I know.
for this.
Just for this would be pretty awesome. Even for it just to be a map that you can randomly play for this week and this week only.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
During the
sick.
weekly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
You know.
All right.
Or even not even to have it as a map that you can play, but like you have to pick the weekly
Right.
as the level, the difficulty.
Yeah.
In order for it to select that map.
Yeah, but like now they could add like old Bleasdale in there and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I will beg for my legacy patch. I will beg for it.
The old Tangle with the
With the door on the other
garage
side?
door off of
Yep.
the kitchen.
Ridgeview with the room switched.
With my Willow with my glass doors back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, Willow wasn't even a map then, though.
It
No, that's
wasn't.
true.
All right.
You know,
Listen.
the song is in a Chiba.
Song, how could you?
I don't know what you're talking.
We know exactly what he's talking about.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
We've arrived.
Investigating.
We've arrived.
Force this time.
Georgia Baker.
You're going in blind.
All right, Georgia.
Georgia,
Well.
where are you?
Georgia, where are ya? I'm gonna bring Spirit Box. Oh, imagine like the old Spirit Box responses and stuff. Man. Oh, that's right. We can't sprint. That was a shocker. Low-key be a voice actor. Technically, I mean, my voice is on the Spirit Box. Is that close enough? What if I was that guy? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Hey, where are you? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna annoy myself.
Oh, I was gonna say, what are you?
No, I was gonna. There's like different players, you know, that do different stuff. Does anyone have an
Yeah.
EMF?
What? I have UV. Is that what you asked for?
Oh, can you check the switch for me? And I think there might be something wrong with this teddy bear.
Don't see anything. The teddy bear seems fine. What do you
Oh,
think?
poor Teddy.
Yeah, and it's not a mare because it turned that switch on. I did not. Hey, it's dark in here.
Not. Oh, sorry. Are you scared of the dark?
I'm scared of the dark. Help me. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Oh, are you here?
Elderly-
Oh, and no song is here. It said elderly.
I just said elderly. And that was it.
We have Spirit Box, by the way. It knows of his existence. Hey, we turned out the lights. Leo, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right. We got the Spirit Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What should I bring? We have literally everything in there. Oh, let me check video camera. Song, you're doing great.
Writing. We got writing.
Oh my God. It's so bright in there.
We also have a parrot. We also have a parrot.
Hold on. I'm bringing the crackers in. I'll be right there. Oh my gosh.
Not do that the whole time, or I will. Kill you.
Maybe it's like Galaxy Quest where he has to repeat the computer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he has one job on this ship, so he's gonna do it. Okay? Okay.
It's writing out here in the hallway now? Interesting.
Yeah, it's still cold in here.
It's so
Okay.
cold in the room, though, so maybe it's just being a poop.
Yeah.
Interesting. Greg, what's up? Maybe it is just being a poop. Okay.
Be a deal.
That'd be great. You could try. Do you want to try Spirit Box? I think it's an Alone Ghost. I'm assuming. Oh, left hurt.
Kind of in the hallway as well.
That was me. Hey, this person died. It's very lonely. It is very lonely. Oh, the ghost. Oh, we just started. This is game number 1. Okay. No ultraviolet.
Oh, look. It says that it's going to bend over backwards and run straight for us.
Which one is that, you think? Which one of us is that? Oh!
Well, this looks like Mara's model, but I think she'll be fine.
Hold on. Let me see if it answers with me in the room. It just left.
Yeah, it just
I
came out
heard
here.
that little sneaky snake just walked out here. I heard him.
It was like, no.
Oh, I heard. Sorry, Georgia.
Oh, I know.
Sorry. What a turd. Well, looking at Spirit, Moroi, or Dio,
I'm
because it
not
can't be a
getting-
mare.
Yeah, because I'm not getting UV at all.
EMF dots are freezing.
It went down to 1.0.
Oh my gosh, what a butt. It's afraid. What's it afraid of? Was our curse the Ouija?
Yeah,
Yeah, the curse is always the Ouija.
Okay.
I got a picture.
Roger that. Greg, thank you so much. If it's a Moroi,
the
yeah.
EMF was on this book, like right next to the book, and it didn't go to 5, so it's something for us to keep in mind.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't had a 5 yet. It's done a lot of stuff, but nothing
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, it's only done like 2s mainly.
Yeah.
One of you picked up the bone already, right?
I'm not looking for bones.
No perfect
I knew he was
games,
looking for it.
nerd.
I asked the Ouija where it was.
Oh.
And it's utility, and it's not.
Imagine asking a Ouija where.
Imagine wasting our sanity for that. Good job.
Wow, dude. Hey, Tommy, how are you?
As if we need it.
Go on, you were saying? Some.
Yeah, we have an average of 35 to 40, so maybe we did need it.
Oh, maybe it is.
I stand by it.
Did you get an
Do you guys have EMF 5 or an event?
I don't think there's a 5er. Where are you? Are you here?
From behind.
Are you near?
I've not heard of 5 yet.
From
Where are you?
the fire.
Are you here?
Close knit.
Where are you? Are you near?
Here at the
Are you here?
hold it here and
Come on, be a Dio. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near?
close to it.
Where are you?
Close to it busting.
Oh, don't do that. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? What would we need if it was a Dio? We would have dots.
Did you steal all
This has
the
got to be a
lights?
Dio, right? Because we don't have dots, so we can't check for dots.
Did you steal all the lighters?
No, I have one.
I have one as well.
More than one.
Oh, it's just
Does this
you,
only
that's
come
why.
with 2?
Oh, yeah. Do we only have 2 salt, too, as well, right?
Yeah, and I put them both down.
That's right. Why that was ever a thing, I'm not sure. This is 75% speed, by the way. That's very slow. Our sanity is quite low. Was that a normal 75?
Yeah, that was a normal.
Sounded
75.
like it.
Ugh, woof. That's got to be a spirit then.
So not a Moroi or a Dio.
So we should be getting a
This
5.
song, everybody's sanity is pretty consistent and not draining fast enough, so I think spirit.
I would love a 5er. Hey, hey.
Okay, Stinky. do a fiver for Flash.
I just bought us 180 if it is a spirit. Come on. Oh, I thought I was going to do it right there. Come on, do it.
I have a timer going, by the way.
Just do great. Hello. What's up, Morgan? Come on, do it. You have so many things you can play with.
Do the thing.
Oh, gosh darn it. Still no 5. Come on.
Do we want to make a...
Need more toys.
Just in case?
Need more toys. You play Phas? Me too. Bringing in toys. Is there a chance to get a 5 asking the board questions? This is true. Ooh, I like that idea. I like that idea. You know what? We still have pills in the truck, right?
Yeah.
I'm on my way. That's a fantastic idea. Okay. I'm going to go ask questions.
Right there.
Yeah, see, that's what we're seeing.
Oh, why is it not setting it off though?
Right. Well, and before it went from 1 to 6, and that's when we asked you if you got.
Oh, and we didn't. Where's the board?
Downstairs.
Okay. Like it's still down there, I mean?
Another possible EMF 5 or... That's a fiver. That's a fiver.
Hold on, I'm on the way. Trying to hear it.
Standard
There it
slide
is.
right now.
Holy moly, man. All right, cool.
Yeah.
This thing is active.
Oh, George?
Yeah, we still have like a minute before it can even hunt again. So yeah, we might as well get out of there.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
Oh my god! Just
My God. Thank you for the subs. Oh my God. I can't even see who did it.
Man, why is my sanity so low?
I don't know. Why is mine so high?
Magic.
This is an IRL.
Oh,
Oh, it
man,
is
we
doing that
didn't
weird
get
echo
the
when Flash's
paramic.
mic is open.
Oh, is it really?
We're gonna not get a perfect game.
Yeah, if we try and talk when your mic is open is when I'm hearing the echo, but otherwise it's fine.
What did I do to fix it?
I have no idea.
Okay, maybe I can check when we get to the lobby.
Keep showing EMF 5.
Yeah, look, now it's bragging.
It made us wait that
Did it
whole
what?
time, and
What
then
a
we
jerk.
took away its ability to hunt, and now
All right.
it's like,
All right, Spirit. I got to figure out what's going on with the microphone. It's doing a thing. It was doing it before. It was doing a thing.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
It's crazy how people love Tanglewood. It's a great map. You old Spirit, you. It only took forever to actually see the EMF 5, even though it looked like it was on the board the whole damn time. All right, let me look at something real fast to check my audio, because I don't want you guys to have to hear that the whole time.
okay.
Recreate the input.
I ruined my
Smudge
number.
timer just ran out, by the way.
Oh.
Gotta go for 690 now.
Shanna, I said hi to you earlier. What do you mean?
Yeah, 666.
I can Spirit. Yeah. Haley, welcome in.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I do to solve this last time? Okay, that is correct. That is correct. Because right now they can hear themselves. They can hear themselves through my microphone. Run ads. I still have 12 minutes. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and run ads while I'm trying to fix this real fast. Yeah, I do 3 minutes every hour, friends. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. We're going to go ahead and do it now. 3 minutes. We're not going to go anywhere without you. Oh, you're okay, Shanna. No worries. No. Just play another song. I will, Mr. Kill. Mr. Kill. How was Blueprints? I saw you in the dark room. I seenst you. Hey, Thomas. What's up, dude? Do Farmhouse. No.
Leave it on song.
I mean, you know.
Wait, what are we blaming
You
on
know,
that?
sounds
I'm
like
not
a
exactly
plan.
sure anymore.
I agree with Kill.
Right?
Copper, thank you for the gifted to Venny. All right, what did I do?
Toxic.
Wait a minute. Oh no, I think I know what I did last time. Oh no, this might not be good. This might not be good.
You know, I don't have to stay here and take this abuse. I got
Okay,
tons of people
I'm taking a risk with my audio. I remember what happened last time. There was an update with my audio. There was an update, and when I did the update, it fixed it. Hopefully this works. Trying to break it again. I hope not. I'm going to try to download this. My audio might go out. It might go out completely. So just prepare yourselves. I remember this. Okay. It's risky. It's risky. But if I do this, it'll fix it. It'll fix it. Godspeed. Yeah. Cam's lagging a tad? Oh, it doesn't look like it's lagging on OBS. Maybe I'm crazy. Railroad, thank you for the 5 months. Oh, OBS was lagging for a second. Oh, got you. Oh, okay. Yes. Hey, Coco, thank you. Okay. You guys still hear me okay? Everything is still coming in? Ads are still running, which is good. Yes? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a test. Okay, you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is
I
your
cannot
mic
hear you.
open
Yes.
when we're talking?
Yes.
Then no, we cannot hear. So
Okay.
you fixed
So I don't know what. Okay. I updated it. What I saw when I updated it, it said this app no longer supports, and then it just listed my device. And I'm like, okay,
Oh, no.
so what does that mean? Why is it still working? So I don't know. I'll have to look and see. There might be a new app to download, but if it's fixed for that, that's fine. Did I miss the weekly? No, we're doing run number 2 in a second.
Did you
Yeah,
intentionally
that's
close
weird.
the ticky tack?
No, it closed on its own. It's been doing that randomly.
Gotcha. Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I wasn't
No,
sure
I
if you
appreciate it.
closed
I don't know why it's been doing that. It's like when there's a hiccup, it's like, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I happened to glance over at my phone and all of a sudden I was on somebody else. I'm like, hey.
Well, get off of them. I'm sure they don't appreciate it.
That's the whole vibe. I'm like that too.
No,
Any
no.
minor inconvenience, just close it. It's over. We're done.
Okay.
Okay, so that explains
try.
why you banned me. Got
No,
it.
no. Wow, dude. All right. I'll try one more time I'll try one more time. And if it doesn't work, then whatever.
I didn't ban you, song ban. Sarybot did.
Dang,
Seriously.
dude. Gonna run the 90s ad. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. That's good. That's good. Try this one more time. Hopefully this works. Good. Okay. Let's try that again. Alrighty. Everything is looking good for now. I guess we'll see. Alrighty.
Hey, why does your ad timer say H for the time left?
Oh, no. It's because I'm pulling the embed so that way it'll show the actual time from the ad on that other scene. And then whenever it's reset, it's weird.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Madison, thank you for the 5 months. Alrighty, round number 2. Let's get it. There we go.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
Josephine.
Investigating.
You know how to do all those fancy streameristic things.
Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
any of that thing. Newfangled
No,
shit.
Bormore, you're fine. You're fine. All right, I'll do flashlight, UV, and salt. So when we find it, I can check for the salts and stuff. Human Aid, thank you for the biddies, friend. All right, where's it at? Show me your UV.
I'll let
Roger that. I've heard nothing.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I'm still hearing the echo a little bit. That's weird.
My microphone wasn't even open.
Are you sure? Because it's.
I see cold breath inside of the nursery again.
That's so weird because I was just in here and there wasn't.
Weird. It's probably, the audio is probably not fixed. I'll figure it out another time.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right. Yeah, it's still here.
3.7 degrees.
It never left.
Where did we never leave?
Watch it be another stinky
Where are you?
spirit.
How old are you?
It stepped in the
Where are
salt, but
How old are you? Where are you?
it never walked again.
Where are you?
Yeah, I
Where
was like,
are
I
you?
don't see anything else.
Where are you? Where
The
are
worst
you?
map is Point Hope. That's fair.
How
I'll
old
let
are you? Where are you?
Oh,
Sparate.
Friendly?
No.
Are you friendly?
No.
Airbox mirror.
Are you friendly?
Left her.
Left her.
That'd
Oh,
be
it was
again.
left her. Hey, don't touch that bear, you weirdo.
Why do I remember your face from somewhere? I don't think that's something I can solve for you, Zoker.
Orbs.
Really? Mariokai Onryo. I would love for it to walk again. It's been replaced by the
Yo-yo
Roadcaster app. Now I need to update too. Oh my gosh. Great. Oh, steppies.
The bear.
All right, no UV.
No footies?
None. Oh, it can't be that anyway. Gosh darn it. I wasn't paying attention. Human aid.
Are you a yokai?
Are you a yokai?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's hope it's writing or freezing or something.
Let's hear the door over here. It did. It was through the wall. Human aid. Thank you so much, dude.
Still no freezing.
Huh.
I'm only getting
Has not
like
interacted
three.
with the book. Here, put 2 in there. Double the chances, double the fun.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Try the mayor ability. Oh. We tried your ability. It didn't work.
Do we have
Can only be one
somebody
bear.
have a lighter?
There can only be one. I do not. I just have a
Somebody-
flashlight.
I'm gonna grab a lighter. I'll
Have a
test with this candle.
Okay.
That's not right.
Copper. Oh my god.
The yokai are honoring.
What'd you get? Did it turn on the switch?
It's Rudabook.
Oh, roger that. Thank you. It's freezing or dots. Oh, watch this be dots, dude. We might have to make it hunt to test for yokai. My finger slipped. Oh my god. Copper.
Are you a yokai? Are you gonna hunt us if we talk to you? Are you a yokai?
You want to kill a song? You want to give him a hug?
That escalated quickly.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
Would you like to ban him from?
It went
being
from
spoiled? Would you
it
like
went
to
from
kill
are
him?
you a yokai? Are you yokai? You want to kill song? Huh?
Huh?
Oh, those
you
are
wanna kill
those.
song?
Hey,
Oh,
you
those
left
together.
are
I'm
in-
not.
You are in harmony.
Mine.
Well, I would say that's not an unreal.
Why would you
Oh
think
my
it's an
god.
Because we have that as an option. And now it's not because the candle was right there.
Oh, what's up? I took a picture of your lower half song. I already got it, song.
Oh, that's okay. Delete that.
Oh my
It was
god. Oh my god.
1.1
Turn him off.
degree a second
Please.
ago.
Holy night. What's your opinion on the farmhouses? Oh, they're great. I love them. I can't wait for them to do the Grafton. I can't wait for them to do the Grafton overall. It's gonna be so good. Guys, what the fuck are you doing? Good evening, Lightning. Hello, Boromir. Oh my god. Didn't enjoy your rave in the...
And I didn't realize you were trying to do an Onryo test.
Are we thinking this is probably a yokai? Remind me of a guy I used to watch named FlashForce. I've never heard of him. He sounds weird.
The lowest
I'd stay away
one
from
is
that guy.
1.1.
Courtney, hello, welcome in. Wait, it's your first time here. Wait, how do you... what remind you of this guy you used to know?
Yap, 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 yap.
You guys are like a really annoying version of those seagulls.
I'm sorry.
No, no. Yap, 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 yap.
Smudged.
I also smudged. Okay, I don't know for sure. Oh my god. I don't know.
I don't know.
She stayed over there.
I have no idea.
I mean, we're pretty sold on it, but we're just trying to make sure.
You heard me trying to call it in there.
Yeah,
I wasn't even
yeah.
close for that.
We could let it hunt again and try again.
Yeah, I got the smudge timer going, so.
Oh, okay. Hussein mine. No, it was Blurb. It was Blurb. Guys.
But I mean, with that,
Whoever tainted the water, I'm going to need you to do a nice little filter of it. Thank you.
I doubt, well,
What's my opinion on the worst map in the game, High School? Oh, it's not very fun. It's only fun when you're playing with friends. That's my opinion.
Yeah, see, I got 1.2.
He wishes they make it to... Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my Brita filter just ran out of filter. Run! Oh. It's gaining speed. Oh no!
no!
Not our friend! Oh no. She'll never get the snacks she wished for.
I had no smudge to help her this time.
Phoenix, look at.
Oh, our Phoenix. She's broken. All right, I'll try. I've been really itching to try this yokai test if it's possible. Hey, Pineapple, how's it going? The snack that didn't. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Curse hunt it? I can just go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like that idea. That's a fantastic idea.
Unless you want to do it.
No, you can.
There's some smudges at the front door.
Give you some. She saw me. I'll wait for it. Smell a miling? Nah.
That kind of sounded like it didn't care.
Kind of, but then she did care, which was like, I don't know, it was super weird.
Alright, are you ready? I'll hide and seek it.
Yeah. Just want to make sure we get it right.
Hide and seek. Hide and seek.
Nailed it. There you go. You see what just happened? This is what I wanted to try. All right, sweet. Did a great test.
Yeah. I'm pretty sold on it.
Well, it got to the other side of the car, and with my flashlight still on, and she walked away.
Yeah. Well, and then I called it to the kitchen.
Yeah, that's my
and it
favorite
came
test.
out, but it walked the other way.
That's my favorite.
There's no way.
Kaylee, welcome in. Human Aid, you guys are crazy. Thank you so much, dude. KRB, welcome.
Missing this
Yeah,
paramedic.
I did a test around the car. Basically, I just left my flashlight on. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
So, yokai it is. Phoenix, bringing you back. Make sure you got yokai. So the yokai's distance where it can sense electronics and voice is 2.5 meters. So the distance from the front of the car to the back of the car is a little bit further than that. That's why the ghost just dipped and left. Even though my flashlight was still on. That's why.
Poor Phoenix.
I know. She tried her best. I heard it. It was speeding up on you. It's not fair.
It did, and then I got caught on a chair.
Stupid chair.
I
All
was
right.
like, no, thwarted my chair.
We did our best. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. We did round 2 of the weekly. Now we're going to be moving on to round 3. Yeah, just about. Shoo, good night, dude. All right. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Song. Unfortunately, I can't fix the mic stuff right now. I think we're just going to have to deal with it. Or unfortunately, they have to deal with
You know,
it.
at least Chair knows what it did.
Chair is aware. Are they going to reset levels for Chronicle? No. No, I don't see why they would. Last one. Let's get it. Yeah, the weeklies, the ghost is 75% speed, so it's going to be a little slower.
Take a look at the equipment.
Dorothy.
Investigation.
I'm going to bring photo camera, flashlight.
Echoes sometimes. It's weird.
Listen, I know my faults. Hi, Tika. The weekly is deja vu. 0, thank you for the 8 months.
Come on, do something.
Wait. No, it is not. I just heard a throw, by the way.
Right here, EMF 5.
Nice. Oh, it wasn't a throw. It was the picture drop. It's right in the front. We think, maybe. But it's EMF 5.
I don't see orbs on the tiny camera.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? Thank you, Matthew. How are you, friend? No, you're an EMF 5. Would you stop sticking your ass in my face? How's the day? The day was good. Song can't help it. Yes, he can. All right, well, this is useless. I mean, it's not useless. We get photos, but it's not going to be really that helpful.
There was EMF and it stepped
I got
in things.
breath. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice and cold over here.
I am not seeing orbicals anywhere.
Okay. We're also not seeing Dorothy anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't get UV either, so maybe it's just being.
Hey, what's up, ZT? No hiding spots. I can get out of there.
Yeah, that's why I'm over here.
Song, get out of there.
To give them room.
Yeah, I like you. You know, friends.
Dorothy's looking for 8 a.m.
Friends help each other box spirits there. Come on.
in the garage with Toto. Man. Well, if we pretend dots is the other evidence, it's walked in salt. Can't be a wraith. We also don't have UV, right?
Yeah, no UV.
Freezing. No orbs.
So
If we have dot, if
an Oni or a Dio.
yeah, it would be. We would need freezing. Yeah, we would need freezing.
For what?
For possible Oni.
Yeah.
Oni-chan?
Oni.
I mean, I haven't seen the motion go off.
Freezing.
Other than us walk.
0.8 degrees. All right, I'm gonna get a smudge. We need to see this mother hunt. Can the Onryo light candles? I do not think that it can. I don't know if there's ever been a like 100% confirmed on that. I don't know if there's been enough testing done to check for that. All right, I'm gonna bring a backup smudge for somebody else. I'm bringing a second smudge in for somebody. North, thank you for the 19.
I'm the only other one with the lighter.
Oh my.
Writing?
What?
Wait, what?
It's a shade.
No, get out of here. And it just evented on you. So it's a shade. It evented on you right
Yeah.
there and wrote in the book
It
right
did.
there.
I stepped into the living room, so I was just far enough away, and then it picked up the book and
Oh.
wrote in it.
Oh, and then it would probably, I understand now. Okay. No, not broken. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think I stepped just outside of its bubble, and
Okay.
then it wrote in the book.
Alrighty, Heidi. Well, shade it is. Yeah, it was a shade. It's a stinky.
I'm glad I did.
Nicely done. Connor, welcome in.
Man, there was my perfect game. What a sad, sorry state of affairs.
What a weird.
What do you mean? What a weird shade.
Yeah.
Well, she said
Yeah, that was a weird-
Phoenix said she stepped into the living room. That's when it wrote in the book. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not an Oni. No, we thought it could have been because it was being somewhat active. All right. Cool
Yeah, all
beans.
free evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Not a bad weekly at all. Just make sure you're safe. Make sure you've got crucifixes down, smudges, all that jazz, and you guys will be fine. You'll be groovy.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Frickin' shade. Objects used 1. Interactions 1. I don't know if I've ever done a hunt before where there was a single interaction. 1 event, 1 interaction. Wow.
The event that gave EMF 5 and they're writing for the interaction. And that was it.
1 event.
Yep.
That'd be a really that'd be a really awful movie. I thought it was active. Maybe I'm a liar. All right. Well, cool beans. 3 up, 3 down. Very nice. Not very handsy. No. Want to see Point Hope? Well, if you load up the game, you can go right to it. We'll see if it's happened. We might go there at some point. Yeah. Can't remember if Demonology is its own game Roblox mod. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know, Matthew. I know I've played Roblox Phasmo like once. I just have no desire to play it again. Yeah. Pants on fire? They could be. They could be. All right. Technically, okay. Give me a second to do a wheel spin or two, and then I'll be ready to go. If you guys want to choose what map you want to go to.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Danka. Okay. Well, we have 2 spins to do. First, we have a good spin to do. Hey, come back. What's up, dude? First, we have a good spin. Had a shade change room 6 times. My gosh. My God. When I finally got my husband to play, a demon hunted him 3 times in a row. But that's just good fun. Hey, Silver. All right. What is this one gonna be? A game. Okay. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna do this real fast because I don't want to make them wait. Super duper quick. This is going to be on the purple side, friends, because we can't do multi-platform giveaways, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that is not a thing yet that I'm aware of. If we find it, I'll let you know. Free gifted game. This will be a random Steam game. Okay. If you want to possibly get the Steam game, you're typing the word goo into chat on the purple side. Go, go, go. While you guys are doing that, I will pull up this to choose the game. I'm going to give you guys literally, I'm going to give you 25 seconds from right now. $25. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. If you win, I'll end up whispering you on the purple side, on the Tweesh. Okay? You'll get a whisper from me if you win. And it's going to guitar. Guitar GG's. GG's. If you guys ever win these and you don't have Steam, you are more than welcome to give this to a friend that does. It is yours to give away, friends. All right. Let me get you the code. You won a copy of Haven Dock. Haven Dock. It's a cozy colony sim set in the heart of the ocean. Ooh. Ooh. But there you go, friend. GG's. Enjoy. All right. And then last thing I need to do, unfortunately, is this. Kia, hello. Kia, thank you for the raid. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. Welcome in. Song, I swear to God, you're obsessed. All right. And then we have the bad wheel. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Shark cosplay is not happening. Let me be very clear. That's not happening. If I hit that, we're spinning again. Okay? I just forgot to update the wheel. I forgot to update it. If that hits, we're spinning again. I'm not dressing up as the shark. All right. Beat Boozled it is. Rigged. Get your shit. Look, I'm fine anyway. See? No shark. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Haven Dock, it looks really nice. It looks like a really nice game. All right. For that one, when we hit that, I don't just do one. That's not how this one works. Being boozled while cosplaying as a shark, you shut your lips. You shut your lips. I don't just do one when we hit this much of a goal. No, no, no. I'm gonna have 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's flavors in here that I have not had before. So I don't know what this is gonna be like. When am I gonna finish Midnight Walk? I don't know, Shadow. I was thinking about doing it today, but I don't know. I was in the mood just to play games with friends, to be honest with you, dude. Today I was in the mood to play games with friends. Okay. So I have a handful here, and oh, cool. One of them is either licorice or burnt rubber. So either way, it tastes like burnt rubber. 8. Yeah, I'm not just doing one. I'm not just doing one. Do I accept viewers as my own? I mean, sure. Welcome. Hi. Yeah. And also there's like 3 red, which are either pomegranate or old bandage. That was pomegranate and old bandage at once. Hi, Joslade. That's 2 old bandage right in a row. Oh, there's burnt rubber. Oh, shit. What's it taste like? Old. It's so good. You guys should try some. I actually had a Celsius today. We'll be all right. What else do you do? I can't taste anything else. All I taste is old bandage and burnt rubber. Ugh. My taste buds have gotten better over time, and that's not a good thing. I used to be really immune to those. Not immune. I just used to be a lot better. Man, I taste everything. Ugh. You'll pass. I think you'd like it. You should go for it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Ugh. All right. Well, now that I can't taste anything, where are we going? Ooh, Woodwind or
Either
Bleasdale?
someplace awesome or someplace awful.
Which one could it be? Oh, I'll remove my stuff. Wait, is my stuff already? Oh, my stuff's already disabled. Oh, okay. Lovely. Which is worse, Bean Boozled or Yucky Soda? Depends how many Bean Boozled I'm having. Yeah, Dr. Cal, have a great night. Cocker, thank you for the follow. Resurrection, thank you so much for the 6 months. Oh my gosh, Kia, I hope you had a great stream. Welcome in. That was an interesting time to show up. All right, figure we'd start with a little nightmare, and then if you guys want to change it up, we can change it up. We could do like a 4-player no evidence run, see how it goes.
Nightmare sounds wonderful to start with.
I think so.
Yeah, start with Nightmare and then move to that if you want
Yeah.
to.
As my kids would say when they were very little, that's appropriated. Oh my gosh. If you could have any lightsaber color, what color? Oh, I mean, blue's my color. Hi, Moon. They wouldn't say appropriate. They would say appropriated. It makes sense if you don't think about it. All right, what do we got? Chesney's
Yeah,
favorite.
Chesney's favorite.
Look, everyone's on the same page here. All right. I don't see anything right away. Legend, hello. Orange? That'd be cool. What'd you think you saw?
I said, was that a murder bunny I saw?
Maybe. Made it in time to see enjoy those beans. I'm so glad that you're here, Moon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, BK, how's it going?
Flash, I'm gonna need you to be a little less sincere.
Roger that.
Storage?
Really? You have one that can change from either, ooh, green or purple? Oh, that's cool. Oh, purple's really rad. I do like purple.
Oh yeah, 3.
You heard a ting? Purple's your favorite color? That's my wife's favorite color. Like a light purple, like a lavender, like a light lavender. Ah, Dave West.
I'm hearing things, but I wonder if it's through the
Dave
wall.
West.
Could be eternal.
Show up for a photo, Dave.
Bathroom's 8 degrees.
There ain't room in this storage for 2 of us.
It's throwing stuff in here.
Never mind. It's just me.
This crap on the floor.
Wait, let me try again. There's not room in this bathroom for 4 of us. 5 of us.
Yeah, this is a pretty big bathroom.
Mayor
In
showed
fact,
up.
there is. But,
Mayor
like,
showed
would you
up.
want to sit on this toilet, like right across from the door in this vacuum?
I'm very
space?
curious to see what our player models are going to be like whenever they change them.
Yeah, if they
If-
have spines.
If they take the bend away, there's going to be a riot.
Where are you? How old are you?
Spineless.
Where are you?
I think we have
Where
UV.
are you?
I could be wrong, but pretty sure.
Really?
These 2 little handprints.
I can't see
they
it.
tell me that maybe.
Oh,
You
oh,
can.
oh. No,
Oh,
no,
I
no,
can.
no. It's like off, but I did see it for a second.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah.
Uh,
there it is.
Hey, check the floor. We just got walkies.
Well, we have UV. She
Yeah,
just,
there we go.
yeah. She saw it on the thing.
Yeah,
I said
I saw
UV.
I saw
The Ben better be in the movie. Oh,
No,
my
I know,
God.
but I was, because because I didn't.
You know, it makes you wonder, like, are they going to, like, throw in some humor? Or is it just going to be purely
All
horror?
I'm hearing a song didn't believe
Where are
me.
you?
No, I believe, I 100% believed you. I don't know.
Where
You're
are
like, that's very specific, too. I see 2 handprints.
I'm so happy that my spirit boxing is working again. Where are you?
No, I don't believe
Whoa.
you. But now
Ow, hey!
Threw the book at him. See? She ain't having this.
see,
Just
it's mad.
threw the book
Oh, sorry,
in my
hey,
head.
goddamn.
Yeah.
I hate movies that take themselves too seriously. It depends on the movie. It depends on the franchise. I mean, even Friday the 13th had like some funny moments.
I'm guessing it's not gonna write. Is that what it means? Song?
Yes.
Is that what it means?
Song. Is that what it means? Song.
No
Song.
evidence.
Song.
And then you believe the other person that
Song.
something.
Song. What's it mean? Song.
What's it mean?
Tell us, song. What does all this mean? Song. Fill us with knowledge, song.
Tell us, song.
Tell us your ways, witch. I think he's looking for the meat. Hey, Q, welcome in.
Pick up a knife anymore.
All right. So it's not going to be writing. We have UV. I don't know about freezing. What map is this? Bleasdale. The revamped Bleasdale.
You know what?
I thought we had dots for a second. I'm like, man, that's really thick. Oh, that's song.
You know what?
Yeah.
Toilet steak. I can't pick up the knife, so it gets a toilet steak.
Toilet steak. What the hell? Shouldn't you ask the monkey paw for that? No. We asked song for that knowledge. Damn, boy, he thick. What the hell? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, you haven't seen the changes? You should definitely load up the game and check it out. Nope, not for me. It was an event I ran.
What's for you?
I said not for me. It evented and I ran. Peace out for the time of the hubby. Human aid. Thank you so much. Thank you a million times over, friend. You guys are amazing. Have the best time with the hubs. Romeo Wizard, welcome in, guys. How are you doing? The missus. Thank you. I'm taking Meow Fury. What's up, Twisted? All right. What is? Oh my God.
That almost hit your head.
That did. Oh. It's like
Did it throw meat at me?
It
I have a beef right here.
Oh, it did. It's like stuck in the wood. Yeah, this was like Final Destination. It tried to take me out.
Oh no.
Here, put it back on the turlet. There where it belongs. Now leave it alone, Ghost. It's not showing up at all. What did I just say?
So the only thing I have.
This is a toilet steak and you'll leave
Do
it.
we have anything? Oh.
No.
All we have is the UV and that's it.
Okay.
And it threw the book.
And it
Is
threw the
Ghost
book.
messing with my toilet steak?
Yeah, it threw it multiple times.
Wow. Rude. How am I gonna cook it with the lantern if it keeps moving it?
Did you help it flush? I mean, I could give it a flush. See what it does.
Well, yeah, it's always good to wash your steak first.
I think so. Give it a nice bath. In the toilet.
Y'all can have the steak.
Ah, come on. It's for all of us to share. It's going to be a Goryo. I don't think it can be a Goryo. Oh, wait. Oh, it could. Okay.
I don't want to eat at Song's house suddenly. I don't know why.
You know, Mayor, you realize what this could be, right?
What could it be?
You know, some people have called me a chef.
There's a not ghost on our list.
True.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another yeet of the book?
Imagine if it's even haunted.
I don't know. Find out in a second. Maybe. If you're lucky, get chocolate. Maybe it'll provide us some chocolate in the sink for our toilet steak.
Oh yes,
Why
and
are
chalky
you the
milk.
way you are?
The forbidden chalky milk to go with the sink, or to go with the steak.
I think it sounds delightful.
Flash, did you just turn this on?
Not the hallway light. That lamp I turned on a while ago. Oh, Ghost Fat.
I
Hey,
just
Charlie.
turned it on and it turned it off immediately.
No. Well, it can't be a mirror anyway.
I know, I'm just saying. It was kind of weird. Oh, here, how are you?
If you want to try to get a photo, here. On the ground.
Do we have a photo?
I don't think so. That's the first event that it's done this whole time.
Here we go.
This dude's a
I got it.
turd.
I meant did we have a camera, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'm going to put this here. You know, I'm going to put this back in here. And I'm going to evacuate this area because I bet it's going to hunt now.
Well, I mean, we have a crucie down right there.
Yeah, but it's like going out in the hallway and stuff. Could cook the steak over an open fire. Well, that's what he tried to do. He put the...
We have a crucie in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, I dropped it in the hallway.
We have dots, by the way.
Oh, that's fun.
And I'm pretty sure that we have a photo of the ghost.
Neat.
Did you say meat?
I said meat.
Meat? It's on the toilet.
Like toilet meat?
No, like Nito Bandito. That's very cool, my guy.
I heard you, Meato Bandito.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Gosh, I hear her loud and clear. I don't know what the problem is. Josie saved, yes. We have Josie. We have
little tea
Milo,
party.
Meow Fury, and little tea party. Oh, they even have snacks.
Did anyone see those dots in person?
That I don't know. I saw the dots from the truck. Papa Bear, thank you for the 11 months. Hello. If you guys want to give it a gander from the hallway, I can keep watching.
I was standing right there and I saw no dots.
Okay.
But I don't know when.
When it kept throwing the toilet steak, dead giveaway for a non-haunted ghost. You know, I have heard that if the ghost is very aggressive with the toilet steak, that it's probably a Goryo.
I mean, that makes sense.
They're going to get haunted. I mean, haunted. Pfft. You're going to get haunted. I meant they're going to get hunted.
Do you know what our curse is by chance?
No, I haven't really.
Okay, let's get back in there. EG, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, dude. It's probably upset you're
Oh, we have
ruining
a
this.
mirror. That's useless.
Yeah, but it'll show us where it is. I'm going to put this in here so we have a nice light for our hiding spot.
We can make it haunt too.
That is.
If you make it hunt while I'm standing outside the door, I will kill you next round.
You have a crucie there. Well, now it's
Why
burned.
can't you place it? Okay. That's fine. I was trying to put it over here. Oh, there's like a wall there. Oh, that's why it won't let me do it. Look at that. Look at that garbage. Gosh darn it. Fine, I'll just put it in the corner. Okay, I can't place it on the ground in here? There. Got it. Toilet steak is an official Bleasdale Goryo test? I like to think so.
Can we delete the failed crucie photo because it didn't count?
Have they found the bone yet? Ooh. That I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go on a search. Hey, did you find the bone?
No, I went looking.
All right, I'm going to go give it a gander upstairs.
That's where it was when I went to get the camera so I could get a picture of the mirror.
Maybe it's tucked in a spot that he didn't catch. Yeah. It kicked you? Aw, good. If you do a refresh, hopefully you're fine. Hopefully you're good. All right, nothing yet. Ooh, I think it's hunting. Oh, never mind. That was an event.
Can you delete that last?
Top bone again? Maybe. I don't think we've been up here though. jam.
Hunting.
Okay, I'm gonna be in the attic. Hopefully I live.
Someone needs to escape. Or repel.
Oh, well, hopefully they have a smudge. I like how this light is blinking. Oh! Oh no, I missed it. She was right there. Son of a... Does that blink all the time when the ghost is hunting? Like, even when the ghost is on the first floor? What was there? It was Lilith. It was her. Where is she? Her.
Hey, the ghost is being an idiot and didn't come by me. I don't like.
Did I just not know this? Is that supposed to be on purpose? You can't see the photo well. It's a spider. My question is, does this blink no matter where the ghost is when it's hunting? If it does, I don't think I knew that. I'm kind of waiting for a hunt to see this happen. Hey, can you let me know when it's hunting? Or a bug? Maybe. I hope not. I hope it's on purpose because you're so far away from the ghost that it's just a nice surefire way to know when it's hunting. Because like if it's first floor all the way outside, you have no idea. So I'm watching this to see the light. I'm watching this to see it blink. Nope. I think it needs to be in range. It's a matter of range. Got a headache. Oh, Copper, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry. Yeah, the ghost has to be close enough for it to do this. How do you know if the ghost is a Ure without 3 pieces of evidence? If it does its ability. The Ure can slam a door and drain your sanity. DC, welcome in. What's up, E? I'm assuming he did the thing. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going back now. Sensing the floor below. I think it's even sensing it 2 floors below when it gets over there near the stairs. I think. What's song doing? Oh, we still need 2 photos.
Yeah. Do I have any salt photos in there? I don't think I do.
Interactions.
No, I'll go grab salt.
Okay. Did we confirm the dots and not seeing in person and stuff?
No, I didn't. Do you want to take a look at his ghost photo?
Yeah.
Well, she just tried to murder my face again.
That's okay. Touch it back.
That's normal.
The ghost photo for you, it's not a clean photo, right?
Yeah, it's
mine's
not a
not
clean
clean.
photo.
Okay, mine's not
I
either.
can't tell. Okay.
I can tell that it's
can't tell
not.
what I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, it
It's just
looks
barely in there,
blurry-ish.
right?
It almost looks blurry or like pixelated because it's not a phantom. Yeah, it was still there. We were there in person.
Yeah. Okay. I was
Never
like,
seen a Yuri open the door? I have.
crazy, or am I actually just
What
like-
did we have? Dots and what else?
We had dots and ultraviolet and we never saw the dots in person.
And UV, that's right.
What the f-
Yeah, so then it's gotta be a Yorio.
I thought I forgot something. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's what it is. We have ultraviolet, dots, and steak. That's right.
Phoenix, we listen to you.
We heard you, Phoenix.
What?
we have UV.
No, I remembered. After the fact.
Bro said touch it back. That is what bro said. Yeah, skibbity.
I
do
never
we have
saw
you-
the dots, but it never did dots again. when
I
was
just saw it
there
once
before,
on
so I
the
don't think-
screen, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have UV?
No.
How do I hit him with this?
Okay. Ow!
Well deserved. Well deserved. What's that's what the June 26th. No, not 26th. 20. It's not the 26th. The update's on the 24th.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Wasn't even haunted.
It's like we knew. Are we getting a new map at the end of the month? Not that we're aware of. There's been no announcement of Grafton coming out at the end of the month. No. Not that we have been told. But on the 26th, steak. That's right. Okay, well, we didn't get the other one. Phoenix, I feel like we can do a great job. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you get XP? I swears to it. It's gonna be amazing, okay?
You know what's awesome about this? Everybody likes smaller maps, and this is the smallest one there is, because the whole thing is one room.
Ugh. To get XP, I do not suggest you power XP. I suggest you play the game like normal and get better, honestly. On the stream. Oh, by interacting. Good. Oh, you mean on stream. Oh, yeah. Interacting, voting in the polls, liking the stream, all that stuff. Oh, my God.
That's not that good.
That was lagtastic. Did you feel that? Oh, my word. Hey, baby, how are you? DC, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to do parabolic UV.
We have a Ouija board.
Ooh. Heard that. That was it. Was it this right here in front of me? The.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some salt. Oh. Salt. Crucifix. It threw a ring up here by the front, Mayor. I'm gonna lay some salt here, and it just threw the basketball? Really? In there. All right. Walkie. I see Breath over in the games tent. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you?
It threw that little sack. Little
Excuse
beanbag
me?
sack.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
I think it's an average size. Okay. Wow. So much judgment's happening today. Oh, what the hell?
I'm ready.
What the hell? Mayor Revithay. All right. Oh, let's try it. Oh, that'd have been amazing.
You
What the
wanna
hell?
double check?
Miss Squeeze me. Okay. Well, what's our side? 25. Escape and repel. Oh, okay.
Where did that orbital go?
I don't know. Is it not in game stand anymore? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
It is nowhere here.
What?
Are you?
What? Do you,
Where are you? Where are you? Bah.
I'm very curious why you're not getting anything on the spirit box.
Why? Oh, yeah.
What?
He's over here trying the spirit box.
I think he was double checking for Mimic.
We have writing though.
Right. I can't say it made sense. I just think that's what he was doing.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Okay, fair enough. Pam's here to party too.
It doesn't make
Look,
sense.
It doesn't need to make sense, but it's what he's
Look,
doing.
it is not my job to make sense.
But you're supposed to have all the money. Okay. I'll put that down over there. I will go get a lighter. So about that
Did you
lighter.
use the Ouija board?
I did not. I did not have a lighter. Nope. Definitely did not.
I'm gonna ask
Negative.
you how old it is.
Here we go. Make it nice and warm for Pam.
I can use the Ouija. Hey, Flash, your death barrels are here.
Yay! Oh, but the good stuff is in the middle, though.
Yeah, but, you know.
I heard her, I think, knock on something near here. I thought I did. FNAF, have a good one, dude.
Death barrels.
Ugh. I did survive the last time I was there, though.
Yeah.
True. Maybe we're breaking the streak, you know?
Just try it.
Always get a lighter. Listen.
You should try.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Yeah,
will.
song. I didn't know you could hear it from over there.
You know what? I will.
All right. If you die there, you realize how funny this is going to be, right?
If I die there, it's for the content, Flash.
This is true. Can that campfire prevent sandy loss? No, I don't think so. Well,
But we don't have to worry. 'Cause
I don't think so. Can the campfire prevent sandy loss?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think it can either, but I'm not 100% on that.
As it blows it out.
Oh my god. That's
It's like, well, that's
almost
fine.
the
I'll
same
go ahead and
joke,
solve
but
it.
Anyway.
I got it.
I don't. Also, we don't know if the ghost turned on that light or not. I don't know if that was us or the ghosty.
I don't think it was us. It knocked on things.
I turned it on at one point, but yeah. Answer's a hard maybe. I don't think so. I don't think it can either. Ghost, what you doing? Oh, we have hiding everywhere. My God.
Yeah. Oh, were you gonna ask for age or something?
No. Oh, I could. We haven't done that yet, have we?
Yeah. No, we haven't.
How old are you? Goodbye. She's 61. She gets the discount.
Also, I asked him to give Al a care package, but Al's not there. So I was like, can I get a care package?
Oh, now it's definitely not a mare.
Yeah. Turn down the light.
Yeah. Don't want data miners, but then don't let us cruise. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, it's like you don't want to know every last single thing about the game, to be honest with you. It's good to have a lot of information, but you don't want too much info. Oh, my God.
I'm in great physical.
Holy frames. Nam, thank you for the follow.
With my 2 seconds of sprint.
That's better than none. Do candles prevent sanity drain? If you, your firelights will slow down sanity drain.
Except for the point when it spawns like.
Oh, I need to change the title, don't I?
So we back up.
Then I have further to run. Hoping it'll get caught in the salt trap.
There we go. There it is. Yeah. The football vanished? Yeah.
You'll die first.
You just go this far away and the football's gone.
Wow.
It's all right. We just need to,
Closest to the ghost.
we stay behind him and we'll be
That
fine.
can't happen. Oh, Pam.
No,
Chan,
Shady,
where
we
are
already
you?
did the weekly.
Come on. Come say hello.
I mean, if it is a Thay, did we just age the living crap out of it? I could try to age it more.
I don't know.
I mean, see what the age is now.
You have a crucie over there?
I do. Yeah, I've got one over here. Yeah. It just threw that baseball. Thank you, Juju.
Spread it up. Oh, look.
Wow, dude. Can I say hi to your girlfriend? Hi there, girlfriend. Nope, you stay here. I want to aid you. I don't want face fingers. Someone go get face fingers. How do you age a Thay? By being near it. Every 1 to 2 minutes that you spend near a Thay, you age it. And you can age a Thay up to 10 times.
Actually, I don't think Pam wants to nuzzle by the campfire.
How old are you? Goodbye. Still 61. This might be a Revy.
I might be dead.
No, what do you mean? It just won't be your friend.
She's turned off the campfire twice. She doesn't want to cuddle and sing campfire songs. We're real smart.
Maybe just you.
I mean, it's very possible.
He's going to the death barrels. Not a Thay. Definitely not a Thay. Rutherford, thank you for the follow. I'm playing with the mods. I'm playing with Song and Phoenix and Mare. Already done? That's a fast hunt, dude. Okay.
You survived.
Shish kebabs. So we have the bone, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. See, Phoenix, you had such doubt in your heart, and now look at it.
I did, and look, I lived.
Look at that. Everyone's living. Done with the weekly? Yes. Yeah, I updated my title to make sure that that was there. I updated it. We're good to go. I know. We're getting more and more revenants. I've gotten so many revenants lately, and I don't know why. I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd rather have a Revy than like a Shade.
I never get demons anymore.
I don't get that many demons either.
You still need a.
I used to get them all the time. Like I got 4 in a row once, and I never get them anymore.
Hey, Brandy, hello.
You still need an achievement, Phoenix.
Yes. How many achievements?
Can we
are
vote
we
on the
looking
next map?
at?
I'm
Yes,
going to let them drop for the next map.
Sounds good.
Say there was silence. It was like, oh, so that's how this is gonna go. Then we know what's gonna happen.
I'll let chat choose. Okay, to prison it is.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true.
Or random.
Listen.
What's
All right. We are going to do a drop, and you guys are going to drop, and whoever lands closest to the center is going to choose where we go. The drop only counts once per drop. My most gotten ghost is a Raiju.
I got silent because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Tis a Raiju. All right. There it is. Exclamation point drop with your favorite emote. Why is this so laggy? Oh my god. You see that? There we go. Exclamation point drop with your favorite emote. It is only on the purple side, friends. Yes, it is not anywhere else. Gonna try to get back in the game. You should. It's very, very, very soon. It's going to be getting an update. So this month, the 24th, one of the biggest updates it's ever had is going to be coming in. So people are, if you're confused, people are dropping right now to choose what map we go to next. So whoever gets closest to the center is going to get to pick. That is what this is. The shame corner. I know, Iron, I know. Happens to the best of us. When I click into the game, it like lags. Is it lagging for you guys right now? Or is that just me? I can't tell if that's a visual bug for OBS. It is. Yeah, look. Lagging bad. When I alt tab back to OBS, it's fine. Weird. Freaking weird. All right, Zoe is our Zoe is going to be choosing the map so far. We'll see. What up, Chubby? Yep. Just friendly reminder, guys. When these drops happen, you can only drop once per drop. So like you would not be able to drop into this again once you've dropped once. Gonna play Blueprints again? I'm not sure. I definitely want to. It's just a matter of there being 1,500 games. That's the problem. Oh God, I didn't see who won. Oh yeah, Zoe, you're the winner, friend. We're giving it to you. We will have other times, friend. We will have other times for more drops. All right, Zoe, where are we going? Listen, it is your choice. You send us wherever you want to send us, okay? Wherever you want. Jess, welcome in. What's up, Iced? How are you? Grafton! You guys were all worried, and look, Grafton is where we're going. All that fuss for wood. Hey,
So
Balmore, how are
song
you?
is fussy, okay?
He hasn't had his snacks. That poor guy. Imagine
Need
just-
a song
That or Point Hope.
care package.
A song care
Little
package.
song snacks. Little song snacks.
Song
No,
snacks.
actually, fam just brought me dinner, so I was.
What'd you have?
We just doing TV dinner night.
Oh, there you go.
It's been a
Oh,
long.
cute.
We had breakfast for
That's
dinner.
good. Go to dinner not that long ago too.
All right.
Yes, I got chicken and corn on cob and stuff like that. It's nice.
Oh, I had that the other night. Oh, it was delish.
Yeah.
Wolfpack, what up? All right, Graffitol. Wolfpack, how are you? Edgar, welcome in.
All right, we're here.
We have ads coming soon.
The equipment and prepare
Okay, I'm gonna run the ads now, guys. I will wait.
Beef.
I will wait in the truck. Smell like
I have one of
beef.
those. I have one of those. Beef.
I'm gonna go ahead and run the ads now, friends.
It's freaking bats.
Freaking bats. I love freaking bats. All right. 3 minutes of ads. I run them every hour, guys, so that way you don't have pre-rolls. All right. 3 minutes. I will wait in the truck. All right. I'm waiting in the truck for ads. Don't go solving everything, okay?
Okay, we promise to leave you at least one evidence.
Just one single thing.
Just one single thing.
I can get the paramic objective.
Are you timed out? Well, it looks like whenever the giveaway was happening for where people are typing goo, it looks like you typed that in roughly 10 different times. That might be why. Hey, listen, somebody has to watch the truck. Okay? It's my responsibility. I'm here to watch the truck. J-Dog, welcome in. How are you? Somebody's got to do it. Somebody. You do this stuff IRL? Oh, do you really? That's pretty rad. What is your most favorite place you've ever been to?
It is 7 degrees at the entry hallway.
Song's going to be relaying every message, so get ready. I am a little truck princess. You leave me alone. Here, I'll for the oh, there's orbs. Coach Force, listen. She didn't camp the truck the last time we played. Felt very comfortable and at home in the Conjuring. What the? Comfortable and at home? In the Conjuring house? What is Chronicle? Oh, the update that's coming this month. Yeah, if you go check the Discord or you check the Steam pages and stuff, you can find... It's not everything. It's just a dev preview. We have dots as well.
Dots?
Did you really? I can only assume that they saw them. I can only assume. But ads are still playing, so I'm waiting for the ads to get done.
I saw
Looking forward to the
dots at
Grafton.
first, it was
Yes.
my eyeballs.
Yes. I cannot wait. There was also somebody in the room when the ghost dotted, so that's how we know it's not a Goryo. It's not a Goryo. No, there was people. Sitting here watching all this go down, waiting for the ads are almost done. I was like, oh my God, we have orbs, we have dots, we have the.
Just walked right at me.
I know.
Can we delete that photo?
You ever play viewers? I do. Yeah, if we reach my goal, if we reach my monthly goal over on the purple side, then we have a viewer day. So we are going to have one this month. All right. We are back. Welcome back. We have orbs and dots. We have orbs and dots. It happened quick. It happened quick. Okay. We need to get in there and do something. All right. We have orbs. We have dots. I'm going to bring a smudge.
Yeah. I yelled at him. I said, you were supposed to leave something for Flash.
Well, maybe it's waiting for me for the photo. Roger the Hurt and Grand. Ooh.
So I'm not sure.
I'm here for the ghost photo, so I can contribute.
And it stepped in salt just for you.
Oh, but I don't want that. I want the ghost photo. Oh, fine. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Ghosty.
Come on. 2 dots
I
again.
got it. I'll bring him
Do
up.
the dots.
As I was looking in the camera, I mean, I was looking through the screen in the truck. It was oh so friendly. But now it's being a jerkhole. I didn't grab a headlamp. Uber move. Oh, there it was for like a heartbeat. Oh, you baby.
Hey, we got double ghost.
Yeah. Oh, we got a double ghost photo. Yeah. Yeah. Phoenix high five.
Do we have an extra camerato I can
Let's
use?
go. Here you go.
Yeah, right
Where you at, Mr. Song? Here you go. On the floor.
all the
Shower me with
Double ghost photo. Let's go. If you guys take a photo at the same time, you can get multiple of the same. So you could get, technically, I think you can get triple ghost photo. So it was just, it's an accident by chance. We took a photo at the exact same time. And that's how it counted for 2 ghost photos. I'll take it. I should get this and this and this. This. Yeah. Oh, you're okay, babe. No, you're fine. No worries.
Flash, it's doing all the things when you
Oh, it's my favorite song.
What? We're calling about your car's extended warranty?
No, no one's calling about anyone's damn warranty. Guardian, thank you for the follow. Bandito, thank you so much. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, Yuri, shut the front door. That'd be cool.
Oh, do we have a paramic? It doesn't seem like it's going after anybody. I'm not really leaning towards a banshee. Spicy. I'm gonna try to quickly get
I
one.
agree.
Night Bat, hello. They just walked out the door. Yeah, it's sick of us. It hates us. It hates us. Yokai, maybe. Shh, I'm listening to the music. Phoenix is too. Look. Hey, Jaime, how's it going?
That I can hear the music coming through your audio in-game.
My microphone is not open.
I know, no, but when you do, when you go to talk, I hear it.
Oh,
slightly.
here, I got you. Here, I'll hold my microphone open.
It's only when you first started, though. Like right now, I'm not hearing it mimic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a game
It's-
thing.
Well, I think so. I heard something that Phaz actually records the first little bit before you actually
Hey, what's up, Jay?
push to talk.
It does. That's why when you like let go of the microphone, it still goes even for a second and then it stops.
And I think that's the part that's clipping into your.
Ah. Alley Cat. Thank you for 32 months, friend. Oh God. Been watching for months on YouTube. First stream I've been able to catch. Guardians, welcome in. Welcome, 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 friend. If you're not in the Discord already, the link is there for you. Hey, what's up, He-Man? We lost one. Oh. Phoenix, look out.
She's sleeping in the kitchen.
Is she taking a nap?
Yeah.
What was that speed like for this ghosty?
That was phase speed.
I just turned the radio
It
on
did
again.
not seem to slow down.
Where's
away
Phoenix?
from-
What do you mean she's in the kitchen?
Right here. Right here.
Oh. Oh no, she fell over. Get fast. That dirty son of a bitch.
That was
Are we
phase
100%
speed.
sure this isn't a Raiju?
I mean, did it seem slower when it went away from electronics?
It still maintained that speed when it went upstairs, right?
Yeah, I didn't hear any.
And there's no electronics.
upstairs. There.
Could always do a line of sight test. I think it maintained that speed. I mean, it's Thay or Raiju. I don't think it is. RT, I'm not sure it is either. Because I don't think we had any electronics up here when it was flooring it upstairs. What's he doing? Damien, hello. No, if it was an old Thay, it would be slow.
Alright, I have all the electronics turned off over here.
Roger that.
I have one on and upstairs near you.
That's it. It's off. Yeah, that's like the light that you see against this. It's your player. It's almost like the shoulder light. I hear the radio. Off to my double date, all with the bed and the pillow. Choo choo. Thank you so much. Where's the radio? It's directly under the stairs. You know I can't hear you, right?
You know there's one, you said there's one turned on up there by you?
Yeah, I can turn it off. Hi, Phoenix. Waiting for the sun to start. Mr. Fix It, I'm good. How are you? How goes it? Playing games with friends. Matthew, do you expect anything else? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Why's my heart not beating? What the? That was very, very confusing.
Yeah, because before it did follow you.
Yeah, and that
Alright,
time,
what
I
was
don't
the
know if it
first
broke
one?
line of sight somehow.
Did it stay fast?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it did. That was really, really weird.
Because I have everything off down there.
Okay. It's got to be a Thay. Drop the code? 7. The code is 7. Hey, Sarah. How are you?
It's
Less,
turned to Cruise
less
Midnight.
spicy? No, DJ, if it was an old Thay, it would have been slow. Just because it's a Thay doesn't make it an old
I
Thay.
moved the cameras even further away, just in case.
All right.
But they shouldn't be affected.
Shark bait.
Oh, you have the light on?
You have the light on.
No, right here. This.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I don't think it's... No, I think it's a Thay.
Yeah.
It's getting slow.
Do you have a? Yeah, you have a smudge.
Yes, yeah, it's getting slow. Yeah, I
I was
got
gonna
one.
say I have Phoenix's extra smudge if we need it.
Come on, Ghosty, one more time. Jay, thank you for the follow. Hello. What's up, Sky?
One more time for all the marbles
Marbles?
on stream.
There we go. It's not speeding up with line of sight.
Nope.
You're about to... Oh, man. He's like licking your butt.
Ew. Well, thank you.
You're his favorite song? Come on. All right. There it is. Oh, what's that
So
looking?
would you say I'm his? So would you say I'm his favorite?
I hate it here.
Phoenix, make sure you have thing.
All right, get us out of here. Let's bring our Phoenix back. Bring back our Phoenix. Oh, she brought us a bear. I can't. Oh, I can't give the. Okay, never mind. See what happened multiple times?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Lovely. No, Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift. Phoenix, no, why?
I don't even know. Oh.
It was really fast.
I was gonna say
Forever
I went
distracted,
to look for your
welcome.
electronics,
It just-
and I noticed your unburned smudge, and I was like, oh no. Oh.
Yeah,
Could have been
it was
delay.
walking faster than I could right click. Yeah, it was so fast.
Giggity. Oh my
But I
word.
turned all my electronics off. I was so good at that part.
But it was still really fast. When it's hiding your messages. Oh, weird. Where do you find the weekly cheat sheet? Look, if you do ! cheat sheet. Unless you're looking for the ones from Mike, thank you, Mayor, where it's the sheets that actually tell you all of the information about that weekly. If you're looking for like checking the speeds, like 75% speed, that's the cheat sheet. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go to Edgefield. No, we picked the map this time. Listen, it's only fair.
We're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare
Jim.
accordingly before starting the investigation.
Yim.
Jimmy, Jim.
Jim. Immediately check like this. Are there multiple ways to test for a Thay, or is it just the Ouija? Well, you could do it like the way we just did it. If the ghost is faster than normal, if it doesn't speed up with line of sight, you know it's not a Moroi. on, Ghost. Make some noise. I'm watching all these little blips,
Possible garage.
trying to figure out which one might be the ghost.
I heard something and I seen.
Roger that.
breaths.
Oh, there's
Right on.
breath. Oh, EMF. It definitely did something in
I see
here.
no UV.
Okay.
Okay.
Roger that. Wes, thank you for the membership on the tube, dude. Appreciate you. Time is it for me? It is 10:54. You know what the best part about it is? Normally, so during the school year, I have to take my son to school really early in the morning, and then I just basically go straight to work from there. Tuesdays, I work from home. And now I don't need to wake up early to go drive him to school because it's summer. So I can sleep in until it's time to work. Victory. Frickin' victory. Skibop bop, skibidi bop bop, bop, chibop. Yep. There we go.
I didn't see UV.
Didn't see what?
I did not see UV.
Okay.
Like it stepped in the salt and there was no UV at that time.
Yeah, RT, it's weird how that happens sometimes. Yeah, with messages not showing up, it's really weird. Yeah. But Wes, thank you so much, friend. I add all of the members to the end of my YouTube video, so I'll make sure to add your name, friend.
Wow.
What are you wowing? What the hell? What just happened?
Because I.
Air said. Go ahead. Go ahead. You tell him.
No, go ahead. You can explain.
Mayor said, "Come on, Ghost, do something. Song hasn't died yet today." And I said, "Well, I'm showing my true skills this time instead of just being reckless." And she
If
goes,
it just
"What
hunted
skills?"
right now on top of him, do you realize how amazing this would be?
That would be rude. And this ghost is not rude.
Oh, Wes, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you. It's held for moderator review. Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's for the good. It's for the sake of everybody, you know. 'Tis for the good.
Imagine wishing for the ghost to be.
Listen, dude. Listen. We just want to say hi.
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen. We still have a ghost photo. I'm gonna go help that. Lizard.
In order to get a ghost photo, the ghost has to, do something.
Oh, do something. You mean like this? Yeah, you like that? You like how it walks past you over there?
You like how it walks back?
You like that? Thank you so much, Lord. Welcome in. Callie, how are you?
You sure showed me.
Yeah, take that. Maybe it doesn't like you. Here, let's get Song out of here so it'll do something. All right, Ghost, he's gone. You can do it.
I would not be the first ghost.
Jim, go ahead. He's gone. Jim.
I still say this needs to be
Jim. Guardian. You're for the
I don't have
prime,
any
dude.
I
I
think you're gonna get your wish. No, I don't have any.
don't think I am either. You know what it was? I
Down
think.
to 1
Your
degree.
shade.
That's it.
Oh, is it? Because it's not blowing out the firelight, is it? Hold on. Hold on. Jim's a shade. Jim might be a shade. This might happen. Sometimes it makes weird choices. Yeah. I almost wish that you had more like control over it. Yeah. Okay. It's a shade everywhere.
Hey, Flash,
Yes, sir.
I found a little friend that might be able to help.
Hey, we like him.
The floppiest Frank.
The floppiest
Yeah,
of the
floppiest
Franks.
Frank.
Here, hold on. Pose with him. Hold on. Stay right there. Got it.
Writing.
That's a good one.
Oh, we got right.
Oh boy, there it is.
And he's excited.
Blow out this candle.
For me, you're just holding him above the table.
Oh, blew out the firelight in the room.
Did it? Do we have EMF in there? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep lighting it. See if we can get EMF 5 maybe. Oh, no grenade. No granada.
Oh, he's really excited at the piano.
Again, you're just sitting there with him.
Do you want to show chat?
Yeah, I can show them how excited Frank can get. Let's see. He's really excited at the piano.
Yeah.
All right. Frank.
Oh. Oh, where was he?
BJM is
Right
also
here.
excited at the piano.
Oh.
Sorry, I had a photo camera, but I was busy with Frank. All right, Frank, are you excited about this? Look how excited he is with the piano. He's so excited. Misfortune! Lady Misfortune, hello!
Frank, I didn't know you knew how to play that well.
He's so good. I don't know where he learned this. I might have poked it. Dino, welcome in. How was your stream, friendo? How's it going? All right, I'm ready again, BJM, if you want to do it again. It's been a minute. So good to see you.
Are you gonna check for freezing again, just in case?
I guess I can.
You're gonna love him and no, I can't. I'm not gonna take the place of Chinggis. No.
1.2 is the lowest. 1.1.
Frank got sent to the particle. Wait, what? Join the Discord. Let's go. Hey, Alexa. Welcome in. How's it going? Well, I hope the stream was amazing, friend. I appreciate you. Still nothing?
No, it hasn't gone below 1.1.
It is such a shade. It hurts. Stream's great. Did some Don't Starve Together. Nice. Finished off with some Phas. Didn't die once. Need to move on. I'm gonna lurk. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you for the lurk. I'm glad that stream went well. Didn't die at all, which is awesome. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in. Dylan, hello. Isn't. Shires, hello. So we're pretty sure we have a shade. Oh, I gotta F the shoes. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. What time do I normally stream? I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 and then Sunday at 1. Yeah. Battle passed. What up, dude? How's it going? We're just, enjoying some nice, boring shade gameplay. Like, are you waiting for that thing to dissolve? What are you hoping is going to happen in here?
1.2 is lowest. 1.1 a couple times. So,
Just leave the room so we can get EMF 5 and we can move on. Okay?
Imagine getting EMF 5.
Mr. Chinggis! Yeah, we think it's a shade. It's doing diddly. It's not doing anything with us near it. Unfortunate. I mean, obvious shades are great, but they're extremely boring. So it's not going to be that exciting to play. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Shires. That's just shady. What the?
Where the hell was he now?
Over there by the front door.
What a turd.
It's the second red light event from BJM. He's trying to set the tone.
Yeah.
Hey, Chinggis, look.
I'm glad
Oh,
the
battle
shade
pass.
reviews
Thank you,
have
man.
recently been effed.
There it is. Hey, we finally have an EMF 5. All right, song. I'm doing stuff.
Go for it.
Me and Frank
Okay.
are gonna. Me and Frank are gonna.
We got a crucie in there.
All right,
we
you ready?
wanna take the crucie out?
No, because we need it. We need a crucie burn.
Oh, okay, cool. Even better.
Yep. Where's the crucie?
Right there. There's 2 of them.
All right.
I can stand in here.
Where's the dots? Let me turn them off. We'll both stand here. Ready? Here.
Bobby Jam. Bobby Jam.
That dirty, rotten scoundrel. He hunted from the other room. That was rude. We didn't have to push any more pins in. It just hunted on its own. That dirty son of a... Okay. Sog. I'm gonna put this one over there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yay.
Yippee! Yeah, we did it. Oh, 2 more photos.
1 more photo.
One more? Wanna give me the... Oh, I can take a picture. Do we have salt down?
You can take a picture of salt. Yep. Or BGM. That works too.
Got it.
Let's go.
Gotcha! Run!
We're pretty sure this
Run!
is a shade.
Got a sweet shadow pick.
I don't know, man.
Nice.
I don't know if that's a shade. It was so active in there.
Oh my god. Second that we went into the
Oh.
ghost room, it left the ghost room and hunted like a jerk. Hold up, thank you for the sub. Welcome in.
Sure we have shade.
Yeah, got it. We got it. Oh my Lanta. You completed the 15 times. Very nice. Very nice.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
God, I hate them so much. Level 90. I have everything unlocked
You know,
now.
that's probably why
I mean, they're
walked to the
fine with the board.
Yeah, but
That's probably why I walked to the entry door, because it was like, he's in the ghost room, Flash is in the other room. All right, fine, I'll keep wandering. Jeez.
just a venting everywhere as red lights, and it didn't want to be near us at all.
Exactly.
Where's Coach at tonight? Coach probably sleeping. Coach is sleeping. All right, Ridgeview. How long have I been playing Phas? For like 4 years. Between Phas and other indie horror games, I've been playing horror games for the past like 4 or 5 years. Ish. Ish.
Reports of violence, but keep an eye
Shade
out.
was lonely. Yeah, a little bit. We have a Sophie Ramirez. We need to escape 25% and capture a photo. Let's do the things. I'm ready. I've been a pretty decent photographer tonight.
Not even the best number. It's only 68.
Oh. Maybe we can age it. Just by 1. Are we gonna see Bruce today? Only if we go to Point Hope. Which it's hard to say. Master bedroom. It's F in the shoes.
Downstairs, Matt?
No. First floor.
Yeah.
I know. I know what you.
The orb that's there?
Oh, you said you do see an orb?
No orb.
Not
That
the
was I
Adidas.
thought so at first, too. That was the pull string for the fan.
Oh, I understand. Here, I'll put my lights over this way.
Yeah. I
No
don't
orbs?
see any orb.
Okay. Ghost, don't be a shade, please. We have dots. It's Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
She was welcoming Mare. She gave her a kiss. I got a dot photo before she manifested. I would have had a view. Well, that's fine.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Right here.
How old?
No, I'm right here.
Where are you?
Where old are you?
Where are you?
Gave her a smooch.
We have spirit
Okay.
box and dot.
We have spirit box dots. It showed up in a photo, so it's not a phantom. So Wraith, yokai, or Dio. I don't know what happened. I just like fell asleep mid sentence. Yeah, Wraith, yokai, Dio. Can't be a Goryo dot. No. Especially because of the other evidence that we have. So as soon as you get that, Goryo's even out of the equation. It's gone. So it doesn't even matter. Yeah. Jay.
I walked
Crimson,
Granny
welcome
just
in.
Turned and walked away.
Oh, Oklahoma. Not a Wraith. Yokai Dio? Oh, I'm bringing another spirit box. This feels right. We're doing it. Bring another spirit box. Dog. I don't know, Matthew. I feel like the talking near the yokai stuff, it's always hit or miss.
Where are you?
Did you just
Where
try
are
to
you?
play it? Are you a yokai?
Where are you? Where are you?
I got this. Where are you?
Where are you?
Away.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Are you near?
Get it first.
Where are you?
Where? Yeah, I win. Let's go. Get wrecked. Yeah. Spirit boxing at its best. Let's go. Meow, meow, meow. That's right. That's how you do it right there.
Not that. Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah. You can only do that when it's not an alone ghost. So we could both be in the same.
Hi, Granny.
Oh my God. She's so feisty. She's so zesty.
You already got a picture though.
We need to get, I know. We need to, are the crucifixes gone? Oh, here's one. I got one. I'm taking it away.
Okay, I was like, what?
I'm going to take the crucifix away.
Yeah, I took mine away too.
Taking it away. Okay. The cursed object is board.
I have not looked for the.
Oh, the bone.
Yeah.
It is a spicy little Dio. It is.
We're full up on picks, so just go for it.
I'm waiting. I don't want to make it hunt until the bone's found. Wait, what'd you do with the spirit box? I got the Dio
I
response.
can
It's
search
a
downstairs if nobody else is.
so the Dio has a special response. It is the only ghost that can make that response outside of a mimic mimicking a Dio. And it's an angry growl that you hear on the spirit box. But you have to be within a meter of the Dio, and it's by chance that you get that response. We're well aware what the board does, J-Dog. We're very well aware. I have played this before. Maybe twice. Where's the bone?
I was gonna say I do not see the boner in the basement.
It's in the toilet. Goodbye.
Which toilet?
The toilet.
The toilet?
Got it.
Is
There's
that
head.
down?
Oh, hey.
You know,
The toilet.
the toilet. We got it.
His head in the toilet. I got
Look,
it.
look, look. I'm not used to bones being in there. I'm used to steak being in there.
We
Okay?
got the toilet. Why are you here? Are you a liar?
How do you feel?
Song ruined it. It feels strong.
Oh,
Do you like beards?
he's haunted. Oh no!
Are you
run,
trying to
hide.
kill me? Are you angry? How many people are in this room? Oh, damn it. I broke it.
Confirmed. Flash is the reason we can't have nice things.
Oh, why me? Hey. Hey. Yeah, go to Song. Song's your friend.
Everybody trying to kill me and ghost.
So what do we know? We know it's a strong Dio that likes beards. It's here for peace. And that's it.
And it's only 68.
And it's 68 years old. Sad. Next year, it's going to be such a milestone.
We didn't ask how long it was dead for, though.
Does it like it when we can't ask it any more questions? What a lovely little Dio. We got to walk our Dio. All right. Everyone got into books?
Walking everything.
Walking everything.
Yeah.
All right. Noise. Ran over to say hello. It did. It heard us talking. It was like, guys, I'm in the other room. I can come over there. Just give me a second. And thank you for the subs.
Welcome back.
Should do a large map. We maybe should do a large map. That might not be a bad idea. All right. How would you guys feel about doing? Oh, hey, but you know what? It might be 68, but we did get $1,690.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Just saying. That's, you know, that's a good pickup. I'd say that's fine.
I mean, I got a weekly, so I got 2,000 something.
Well, okay. That just ruins it.
You were asking us, though, if we'd be okay with something? What?
Oh, a larger map? There's 4 of us.
Yeah, I'm good. I can play anything.
Okay. Do we just pick all the large maps and let it go to chance?
There's only 2.
So you're saying you
Okay, okay, not just large. I guess larger maps. So prison would be in that equation as well, I think. Okay. Sunny High School Prison. What a wonderful thing to look at. What do you think?
So you're saying you want to go to high school.
Nope, it's going to give us prison. We were both wrong. Just went and rescued Josie and Malfurion. Oh, mermaid,
and
we
somehow
appreciate
you were
you.
both wrong.
I know, but you know what? I'm okay with being wrong for this.
I'm okay with both. Yeah, I'm okay with
Yeah.
No report this time.
Gonna say Sunny, yeah.
You're going in blind.
Hey, Joseph. And thank you again. You guys have been crazy today, man. Freaking crazy today. Would you not include Bleasdale? We could have, but we've done Bleasdale today. That's why I wanted to do something different. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's
The
get...
guy said, be careful. You're going in blind.
You're going in blind. How does he know I can't see?
You're going in blind.
But I'm not. I just have allergies. My eyes are watering.
You ever
I promise, I'm wearing my glasses.
have you ever heard of a comedian named Dimitri Martin?
Yes, he's like my favorite.
There was a joke he did. What was it? It's like, yeah, I was driving and I saw a sign that said watch for children. And I thought, it's a pretty good trade. I don't know why that was what I thought of with our exchange, but I got nothing.
You know what? I'm here for it.
Dimitri Martin. Man, I haven't watched one of his specials in a long time. Did you say you went right, Mayor?
Oh no, we have Floppy Frank on attack.
Oh, roger that. It's Frank again.
I'll head downstairs.
Coming from the guy who only feeds his kids on bits. Yeah, but they're pretty well fed. I'm going left.
Downstairs or up?
I'm going upstairs left, and since I'm using the paramic, I can hear both, hopefully.
Alright, I'm downstairs hospital wing.
Bill Engvall, here's your sign. Oh my God. Listen, they're really, I'm sure they're very yummy bits. Thing is, I just don't know what they taste like. Railroad, have a good night. Yeah, Artsy, I don't know either, because now that YouTube has the rate, has that system with like, I guess giving you points and then you rate.
I think it's in the middle area.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's based on watch time, chatting, interacting. I think it's all that stuff.
Okay, it is not down here.
Mayor thinks it might be in the middle. Hey, Robbie. Got to rescue the fur babies. You think it's courtyard?
I think she meant the breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, not the ghost?
No, because I went right.
Oh, gosh darn it. I'm going back down the hallway again. I still haven't heard anything. I'm just here to bully. Sparkle.
Quiet on the right.
White on the left.
Okay, I'm going to go look where the breaker is because I did not see it in the courtyard. What about the boiler room? I looked there, but I may have been in the wrong room.
What about that little closet next in the, like inside the middle?
I checked, it's not in there. It's Nightmare, it's not gonna show you.
No, I think they mean they physically checked.
No, I know. But Phoenix was gonna go back to the truck and check.
No, I was going back to the truck for a light so I could see.
Yeah, I know what that is, Snarly. Yeah, the demonology game. I have no interest in playing Roblox.
And like all the way in the back area. Downstairs right?
Downstairs right. Oh, my word.
Where we have teeth and brain.
What a sentence.
Alright, let me just drink this forbidden Kool-Aid and I'll be right there.
Oh my God. On we go. Rami, thank you for the 21 months. Hello. Maybe the base. I mean, there's only so many places the breaker can be. I assume, I guess they haven't. I haven't looked. I'm just kind of letting them do it. The forbidden cool. Ugh. The bowl of teeth, you mean? There it is. Hey, Evil. How are you? Oh, got some whispers. There we go. Oh, here we go, guys. I got you covered. That was ASMR with Flash. Good. I'm doing good.
Upstairs.
You hear who walking upstairs?
Whoever was in the hallway over there.
Might have been me.
Heard you from down here above me.
Did you find the bone?
Find a boner? No, I found the power.
Oh,
Where was it? It was in the boiler room.
what the f? How do you get better at playing Phas by yourself? Repetition. The more you play, the better you're going to get. As long as you're retaining information. Hey, Soul, how are you? As long as you're retaining information, you will get better at the game. If an Obake leaves fingerprints on a light switch, will it leave 2 instead of 1? Yes, that is the Obake fingerprint on a light switch. Instead of just being 1 on the middle, it'll be 1 on each side of the switch.
Oh, we have
We have what?
freezing.
It's the room next to it.
Oh, roger that. Logan, thank you for the super chat. Doing good about yourself? I'm good. Doing good, doing good. I'm excited because I have to work tomorrow, but I say sleep in as in like I can sleep for an extra like hour or an hour and a half, which is great. Wonderful. I retain information like a colander retains water. Well, okay, then you retain at least a little bit, right? At least a little bit. Is the Obake 2-finger 100% or a chance? It's the Obake ability. It's a chance. Yeah, it's like leaving the 6-finger kind of a chance. General Gravy, thank you for the raid and the sub.
Phoenix, it turned off the breaker again.
Great, now we're never gonna find it.
Oh, no it didn't. No it didn't. It's just that room has no lights. That's weird.
Oh.
25 and capture a photo. I'm gonna bring this and another camera down there. General Gravy, thank you so much.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I don't have my headlamp on, do I?
You said it's downstairs? Yeah, all the way.
Brownstone classrooms have like no, yeah, they absolutely have nothing. All right, bring another cruisy down there.
No UV.
We have freezing and that's it, right? Or do we have orbs?
Yeah, just freezing.
Yeah. For work, do you shoot short films? No, it's not short films. I do commercial cinematography. Commercial cinematography and editing. Mainly, I'm lead video editor. So commercials, advertisements, things like that. Yeah.
And we need a ghost photo.
I'm on it.
I'm sitting in the room and it's like everything has stopped. When I was out in the hallway.
It's waiting for me
in
in Phoenix. Hold on. We are here.
Yeah, when I was out in the hallway, it was doing stuff. I came in here and
Artsy, I have not
Because you're
actually.
sitting on top of its orb, weirdo.
There's an orb there? No shot.
Yeah.
What the I wish I had a live feed of your video camera.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Well, no, I meant like I wish that your camera, I wish that I could see an actual live feed.
Oh, wouldn't that be so cool?
Wouldn't that be nice? Do a nice little like over the shoulder. I don't see the orb.
It was on the right hand side. It was like right here. It floated. And then it was a floating over here.
What? Hold on. Let me turn the dots off. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was hiding behind the door. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeet. But Poppy Playtime, I would be down to play it. I just never have. Yeah. Ace, thank you for the follow. Hello. I've played FNAF. I've played the first one. I just had to play the other ones. Yeah, we dominated the first one. Thank you, Sparkle. I'm ready for that ghost photo. Holy shit. Well, I'm going to go contribute to the goo room. Don't mind me. I'll be right back. Ask and thee shall receive. Hi, Winter. Frickin' yikes, dude. Put that there. I'm gonna put this one. Ay, caramba, dude. Relax yourself, ma'am. Oh, I didn't mark the orb, did I? Thank you. Yeah, I didn't mark it. Rev, Yurei, Hantu, Onryo. Hey, do you want to be a Yurei? That'd be cool if you just did the ability right now. Flash wear the brown pants? I did now. Ghosty? Well, I'm like song up in this piece. Possible Hantu. Possible Hantu. Could it be a mimic with a fake orb? Technically, yes, but I don't think we have ultraviolet or spirit box. Where are you? Are you near? I'm going to sit right here and hopefully not die. That's my plan. Logan, thank you again. Thank you so much. My favorite ghost? Mimic. Very unpredictable. Love it. I'm doing an Onryo test. I hear friends. Don't you do it. Hi, Maddie. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I've already taken a photo of it, you dingleberry.
Well, how do I know that?
By checking the journal.
Imagine. I didn't know you had a camera.
I do. I have a camera. How do you think I took a photo of the lady that scared pee into my pants? Shish kebab. Onto? Yeah. Sounds like
I thought maybe it
Onto.
imprinted itself on the pictures. That's all.
It's like stuck its face on the film.
Yeah. Like, what is it? The Ring.
Well, I'd say the odds of an Onryo have gone down. Just okay, you got that.
Phoenix, can you delete
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
post?
get the.
I'm gonna get that. No empathy. Thank you so much for the subs. I'll make my way over here, song. Going to bed. Good night, Inorb. No empathy. Thank you, friendo. Just want to get out here because it's going to start hunting soon. I thought I had a parabolic over here, but maybe I left it somewhere else. Were they all the way down that way? Let's go this way. I have a legit question about Sunny Meadows. Can't figure it out. What's up? If you just ask, there's a better chance of somebody catching the message, friend. Yeah.
Can we delete that 2-star interaction, please?
Yes. I left it. Oh, I left it near the Kool-Aid. Oh, biscuits and butter.
Thank you.
Gosh darn it. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Frickin' darn it. Screen's black. Try to refresh, Maddie. Try to refresh. The random lag, man. What's up, Maverick? Where's the ghost room? All the way at the end of the restricted. I feel like it's about to hunt, so I'm trying not to like, and this random spikes are getting really bad.
It's the Yuri.
Are you effing me right now?
Nope, it just did the double door touch when I was down the hall. Okay, long enough.
I stared and I stared and I stared.
Dude, I'm hiding in the back. My oldest comes to talk to me, and in my headphones I hear "Dick." The land, and I'm like, oh.
What a jerk.
Yeah, and then I walk by and the door's fully shut.
So, what is it doing now? I kind of want
One more Cruci burn. I don't think it did the final Cruci burn. If you want to take a gander down there, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, it might not be worth it, honestly. If you got the Yuri ability, I'd be cool to go with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Meggers, thank you for the 23 months. Hello.
Well, it was like Phoenix is like, did we get the bone? And I was like, there's no point.
Ay, ay, ay. Gosh darn it.
I mean, I like perfect games just as much as anybody else, but I'm not searching for the bone for 4 hours.
No, absolutely not. I'll look in 2 rooms. I'm going to look in here.
And it's on.
Is that SongCloud's ghost? Yes. All right. Nothing in here. I'm just making use of my time while it's hunting. Okay, we're fine. Sparkle, thank you for the membership. Thank you, Sparkle. Appreciate it, friend. Dude, seriously.
Hey, what was our curse? Floppy Frank. Nothing's gonna help us now. Okay. Floppy Frank's on his head.
I think he's had better days. Or maybe it's like or maybe it's like he's like moshing, you know? Maybe he's listening to metal.
Done hunting.
All right, I'm coming. Oh, my Lanta. Perfect time to join. Hi. Mike, what's up, dude?
Run, Flash.
I got it. I'm fine. We're safe. He just needs a hug. No, he does not.
Yes, it's a stinky Yuri.
Wow, dude. I didn't even get to
Yeah.
see it do to Ting.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't see it. I heard it.
Just heard it.
The fact that it even had a door.
Right?
You know.
He was twerking. I don't think that's how that goes usually.
With it.
Ace, thank you for the 10 months.
Like, while I was sitting in the room, it could have done it and drained.
Listen, some people have performance anxiety, so okay. You need to calm
Frank
down.
didn't. I walked in and he was just losing it. I don't know if we can. We probably can't see him. No, there's no shot. We don't have anything over there. All right.
Oh,
Your 8 is.
Stinky Yuri.
Stinky Yuri. That's right. Stink it up. Voodoo shakes me. That's right.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Game, please.
And it only used its ability once.
And Song heard it, thankfully.
Otherwise, we could have been there all day.
All day.
Could
No,
have
we would
hunted
have guessed
eventually.
and left. Oh yeah, that's true. We probably would have figured it out that way. Going to Metallica concert later this month?
You tested for an Onryo, and that was a no-go, so...
Yeah,
There's only so many possibility at that point.
this is very true.
Hantu and Rev, we definitely would have been able to
Oh,
stop.
two. Guys, I'm going to run ads now while we're picking the map, okay? I do 3 minutes every hour. I'm going to go ahead and run them now. What do you guys say? Are you down for one more?
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
What are we feeling?
After ad break.
Yeah. I figured it'd give us time to pick a map and all that jazz. Drop for map? Oh, I'll ask. We'll ask the friends. We'll let the friends choose.
Comfy Willers, or do we want to go to the...
I don't think we've actually played Willow, have we?
No?
No.
Which is surprising.
It's that or Maple. I don't know. Phoenix is liking Maple. I'm cool. Oh, Point Hope. Oh, no. Oh my God. We'll let the ads play. I need to get these off my desk. Little extra bags of beans. Beans. Oh my word.
Manifesting a demon.
Demon
And I
for
unlocked so much
Phoenix,
stuff
demon
after
for
with
Phoenix.
help. games.
Demon for Phoenix.
Yes,
Demon for
doom
Phoenix.
Slay me.
That sounds really, really bad out of context. Hi, Rafa. Doom slay me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Slay Queen, slay.
How many emo slots does YouTube give me? I'd have to double check. I'm not sure, Sparkle. If there's ever any that you think I should add, I'm totally down. I might have extra. I might have extra slots available. I think it might be kind of like Twitch, where the amount of spots you have, it like maybe increases with the more members that you get. It might be that. Maybe. Point Hope, Willow, and Maple. Which prestige do I have? Oh, I have 19. But this badge is the Kinetic Partner badge. If you're a Kinetic Partner, you can get this. Yeah. Hey, not so smart. What's up, dude? Couldn't catch yesterday. That's all good. Did I go to college for my job? Nope. I went to college for acting. Yeah, what I do right now, I had no formal training for. All right, ads are almost done. 37 seconds and the ads will be done. Might as well wait.
Yeah, no problem.
All
Okay.
good.
We're chilling.
But I want it now.
It's my money and I want it now. Yeah, I went to school for acting, and I mean, I did a lot of theater.
You know, one of those random commenters.
Oh, you play? Why not play game?
Play
Game play. Start. You start now.
Dreamer, you gonna play.
What made me get into the field of streaming? Or what made me get into that field, as in like editing and cinematography, and then also streaming? So before I even got into editing and cinematography, I did some light editing with what the computer I had available to me. It was just for fun, random stuff, nothing too crazy, nothing commercial, anything like that. And then I was doing fire alarm and electrical work just for a job, for anything, when I got out of school, because I left school knowing like I'm not going to get a job acting. I'm not going to go and make a movie. I'm not going to do any of that jazz. So I kind of took a nice reality brick to the face and said, I need to figure something else out. And I left school to be with my now wife so that we could be together and I could figure things out. So then one of my friends was like, hey, we need a second shooter for my job. I know that you kind of are interested in that. Would you want to try it? So I did. And I worked with somebody else for a couple of years. We did some really cool projects. I got to go to Italy. I got to do work for Canon Photo and for some big hotel chains and things like that. Lots of different opportunities that were cool. But then I moved on to go work for somebody else where I work now. And I've been there for 8 years. Yeah, something like that. Logan, thank you for another super chat, man. And then streaming, I just, it kind of went along the lines of entertainment and wanting to build a community and wanting to make something greater, Connections, yeah. Yeah. Any spooky projects? No. I mean, the closest thing to a spooky project, I got to film a castle in Italy, but that wasn't necessarily spooky. It was meant to be dreamy. So that was pretty rad. That was pretty cool. All right.
Hey, you're level 90 now, Flash.
I know. I've got all the things. Yes. I'm not going to prestige until after Chronicle. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that. All right. Point Hope, Willow, and Maple.
What it's called.
Chronicle. Best content that you made is the bits ad with the kids. I need to make an updated one, Maddie. Yeah, I need to make an updated bit ad with my kids in their current state. Because now, like, my son, he's been acting since he was like 5. So I mean, I could totally get him to like be the main actor of the movie. He just do like a little line, please. I need bits to eat.
So cute in that one.
They're so funny.
Not the kid begging.
You know what though? I think Izzy
Runs in the
can
family. He
handle
loves it.
more,
He loves it.
even though she's not a baby, she can still do it.
She could. No, she likes to act like she's a baby. Oh, she tries. I'm just a baby.
She's the youngest.
I know. All right, Point Hope, Willow, Maple. Where are we going? Point Hope. There it is. There she be. When am I going to play Demonologist? Maybe some point, sometime, whenever. I don't know. I have no plans to play that game. Hey, Shelly, no. Crucifix, Firelight, Parabolic. Crucifix, Firelight,
I like that
Parabolic.
it's Shelly on the beach map.
What does that mean?
Shelly?
Shell?
Shell?
I hate it here.
Okay. I have to explain it. It's not.
Sorry.
funny.
Listen.
I waited for you to.
Thank you. Oh my. Well, we're never going to find the bone. We get to see Bruce. Oh, we can do sausage in the hole. Yeah, we can do that.
No, I just picked it up.
She just picked it up. I think it was honestly the smartest move.
Yeah.
This is hiding. For those of you that are unaware, this is absolutely hiding. Nice little hiding spot, first floor. I was just showing a hiding
I was
spot.
wondering what you. Yeah,
I was showing a hiding spot.
On.
I was showing a hiding spot. All right, I'm going to leave the parabolic here because I have important things to do.
Okay, bye.
No power yet? What the?
I like the crunch.
All right.
Glass.
You have to CC.
All right. try from there. No. We need to do it from like here. No, I'll go from purple. All right. Sausage in the hole. How high do I need to go? Like, look at.
Close to the top.
I just want you guys to know that I made the sausage in the hole in one shot. You know, not to brag or anything.
Hey, are you the sausage pro now?
No one can ever take Break's title.
Flash Workshop.
Is it literally almost all the way up at the top?
Yeah, of course it is, and it has dots.
Oh, nice. Sausage in the hole. It's a fun game. Play with your friends. It's all the rave. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this crap here. I'm gonna get more stuff from the truck. We created that game the first day that Point Hope was available. I don't think the ghost site has anything to do with the firelight. Wait, what? I'm playing with mods, Pork. I'm playing with my friends Song, Mare, and Phoenix. Can the ghost sense you inside of a hiding spot with a firelight? No. No, because it's not electronic. It can only sense you if an electronic in your hands or on your person, and it's on. Everyone's doing it. It's all the ring. All right, the only thing we don't have up there is this. So I'm gonna bring this, and this. Yeah, that was good. I have thermo, by the way. So I prefer firelight over flashlight. I just turn it off. It just depends. Sausage party. The hiding spot behind the hot tub feels like death barrels because it's not really a hiding spot. I mean, that spot, I don't know. It's like a last ditch effort. I need to get somewhere to
You saw
live.
the dots with your eye holes, right?
Yes, I did, and I got a picture of it.
Sweet.
What?
I said sweet.
I
Oh,
thought you
yeah,
said,
right.
should we eat? And I was like, I don't know what that means.
I mean, if you want to, there is a sausage in the corner pocket.
Yes, would love whole
Just-
sausage.
Oh, it's stuck back there.
I can always make you a toilet.
No
Toilets, toilet steak,
Man.
corner sausage. What do you want?
I think given the choice, I'll take the corner sausage. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can have that. You can have that with some leaky OJ too.
Would she walk over here, please?
It's floor juice. Thank you very much.
She walked over here like twice.
Footsies. We have ultraviolet.
Oh, we got UV.
It's a banshee. Didn't disappear in the photo when we saw the dots in person. It's a banshee.
Yeah.
We can play banshee roulette. Oh,
Who's the
fun.
target?
I don't know.
Song.
Yeah. I need a smudge.
The box away from us.
She didn't walk towards anybody. Phoenix, hold on, get up here, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Here.
Let's see if she like walks to anybody. Just
Oh look, I got the banshee scream.
you lie.
I did.
Oh, rude.
Cross out the parabolic.
Oh, she just spawned out of you, Mare?
You after Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, especially because I was the one that came upstairs when we got dots the first time.
That is, God, the breath is so intrusive. Get out of my face.
I hope it's me. I'm
There is
usually
hiding
the
in here.
favorite.
Lock us.
I'm gonna breathe over this way so that I can look over that way, maybe.
I'm gonna breathe this way.
It worked though. Look, the breath was over there, and then I looked back, and it was fine. You just wait for the breath, and then you look back. There it is. Look that way. See? Rhyme and reason. Oh, Mare, it just walked towards you.
Phoenix is right next.
True. That's a good point. It's gonna be me or Song.
No, I still think it's me.
She walked directly to Song. See, I don't know. I'm on edge. Could be anybody. You stop it. You stop it right now. Maybe we do the thing.
I would like to get a smudge first. If
Okay.
we're gonna do the thing.
Okay. I'll wait here.
Do both of you have a smudge? Or else
I have
I'll
one.
do more in?
I have one.
Okay.
Some of us came prepared.
Are you by the truck?
Look, now she's minding her own business. She just walked out of the locker. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, she was like,
Don't mind me. Just checking to see if anyone's hiding. You know.
Smudged, and then we're
Oh, she went back.
She must have forgot something.
Oh, oh, look at her. She charged Mayor.
Clocking in for her shift. Came
Yeah.
to see Mayor.
We think that the ghost plays a lot of DVD.
You got
They
the-
kept checking the lockers.
Don't touch the locker.
That's right. I'll protect you.
It did disappear.
I got this. She's not ready for my ox. Did it mark Mayor? Maybe.
My ox.
My ox. Hold on. All right, I turn on the light up here just for a nice little escape so we're all not bundled together. Look, I know it's like 15,000 steps to get back to the truck, but holy moly.
He's taking his
They
time.
brought you a sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
more weapons. She's not ready for this.
But you were saying in your axe, and my sword.
And my paint.
I give you my sword. And my coffee cup.
What are you doing, Song?
I said all those nights in the gym working on the Stairmaster really came in handy for here. Oh, my legs burn.
Oh my god, dude. All right, so you have the music box, right?
Sure.
Oh my god, Song.
I knew he had something else in his hand. I knew he didn't have it. No, it didn't discourage me. I just want to be able to hear the friends.
Mayor had the music box. It's fine.
You ready? I picked up the crucifix.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna throw.
She ignore you?
I was hiding right here and she like came and walked past me.
All right.
She was booking it down there.
I don't know if she's targeting one of them or not.
Yeah. Or if she's just randomly walking.
Here she comes. Oh, that was okay. My electronics were on. And she just
Yeah, but
walked
still,
away.
that shouldn't make a difference.
No, like she should have come for me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a really long hunt. She didn't kill anybody, did she?
No, but it's cursed hunt, so. Oh, you know, I wonder. She already walked through all these salts, right?
I believe so.
Because I haven't put any new stuff down.
Did she target any of you? Oh, there she is. More footsies. There you go.
Here.
I'm not exactly sold on who she was picking.
One
Well, we
of
happen
us?
to be in the same room.
Oh. But did she choose one of you?
Mayor, maybe?
I think she walked up here, saw my electronic on, and just walked away. So I don't think it's me.
We still need to get a cruci objective at some point.
All right.
Well, she came back to where we were.
You're welcome.
Never mind.
You're very welcome, Song.
There we go.
Hi, Jen.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Man, all day.
Thank you.
A devastating loss of life. Are you both inside of the truck?
I am in the kids' room.
Oh. Oh, hey, how are you?
Hi.
How's it
I
going?
was like, I didn't make it very far.
You know, I still wonder if this means anything.
Everybody's still inside the house, right?
Where's Bruce? There's Bruce. Talon, good night.
Hey, this thing got a little burned.
That's right. Get out of here.
They locked my shower.
Oh, now you gotta wash yourself in with the sink again.
Here, just in case it's one of you two.
Okay. Oh, here it comes. I'm taking my chances. Oh, it's Mare.
Told ya.
Oh, you called it. Ace of Mare.
Hi, Granny.
Granny, come back. We want to give you a Keith. Come back, Grandma. Stop. Okay, thank you for the 13 months. Ugh. That's a face, you know?
You know, I think all those times we ignored her cookies is she's mad at us. She's
She's
giving us
pissed.
a silent treatment.
I've been offering those for years. There she goes. Oh, she's sticking her neck up like that. Oh, she's going back. And she's done. Yeah? Yeah, she's done. All right, she's done. I just hear this faint muffled nah. This song just kiss her? He might have.
Mary, you were the lucky one. You sure?
Welcome. Just setting the mood. Oh my
Bruce
Lanta.
said he wants to sing along.
Does the Banshee completely ignore you if you're not the target? Correct. As long as the target is inside of the map, it will ignore everyone else. You didn't know you could like that? Oh yeah, you can like that one. You can like the other one. There's another one down here. Yeah, you can like this one. Look. Yeah, there's even a match. There's usually a matchstick. There's a matchstick on the one upstairs. Isn't it so comfy cozy? Nicely done. Got a sword. Got a shark.
Yeah, got our souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
Sausage.
Oh, I left it in the hole.
Ah,
It felt like it's the only place it should be. It's not called sausage in the truck. Dang.
That's right. It's not called sausage in the truck.
I'm just saying. I mean, is that not correct?
Sausage in the truck is a wild story.
All right, Shelly. listen. It makes sense if you don't think about it, okay? All right. Let's get out, please. Quickly. IRL sanity. Draining. Quickly. Boo, boo, boo. Boo. Am I not scared to get jump scared? Oh, it's inevitably going to happen. I just accept it. It's going to happen.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
I haven't been able to do a good old Banshee test in a while. Play a lot of solo, so I don't really get the
Solo
chance.
games.
So many solo games, you just don't have the chance. But everyone kick the tushes. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around to play more games.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks for having
thanks
us.
for
Of
inviting
course. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to see what other kind of multiplayer games are coming out that we can indulge in.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
good.
song.
Chaos.
Go to your island. The truck is your island.
Bye, song. Sent to timeout.
That's right.
Where you
Corner.
belong.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Like I said,
Thank
yeah,
you. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you. He wants me to play rafts so bad. And I will.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Next year, the following year, maybe. Who knows? All right. All right. TikTok and YouTube, friends, we are going to call it there. Thank you so much. It is getting late for me. Making sure that I'm getting decent sleep. While things are like going right, as in like headaches and whatnots are staying away, I've been trying to keep at it. Make sure I'm not pushing too much. So thank you guys. We're going to go find someone to raid on Twitch. Thank you. All right. Let's go find us a friend to say hello to. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you're not in my Discord, that's in chat, and so is the rest of the socials. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We had one hell of a day. One could say, I suppose. Although I thought I had a whisper for a problem. No guitar. Got it. Okay. Making sure the game giveaway went smoothly, which it looks like it did. Oh, Blaine, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. All right. Let me give a gander. I know where we can go. I don't think I've ever raided this friendo before. I randomly will peruse Twitch, and especially will take a look at like Phasmophobia and just see who's streaming and just pop in, say hello, and just hang out for a bit. And this was a friend that I hadn't had a chance to follow yet, but they knew who I was, which was super freaking kind of them. Super kind of them. Of course, Mr. Song. Thank you. Mr. Fix It. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right. I know where we're going. The weekly video will be out technically later today, per the usual. If I stream it on Monday, I post it on Tuesday. That's usually the way. Thank you, Phoenix. Oh, also, the Goosebumps video is basically ready as well. So whenever I don't know when this week. I need to finish the thumbnail and all that jazz, but the video itself is ready to go. It's like an hour. I cut a bunch of random stuff out that was just empty, like basically nothingness, and was able to cut it down to just a little bit over an hour. So that'll get posted this week, hopefully too. Canico Bunny, thank you. Phoenix, of course. Fran, it's always fun playing games. Leon, thank you for the follow. It is always a blast. Michaela, thank you. Yeah, for raid targets, I always look. If anybody was curious, I don't usually take recommendations. I like to look myself. And I already know exactly where we're going. So let's get the raid messages. So if you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. Creepy tier 3, that's for you. What is my schedule? If you do exclamation point schedule, you can see I stream from Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 and Sunday at 1. Or if you go in the Discord, I actually have a channel that has my schedule in it. And typically, if I have anything specifically happening where it's something scheduled as in like not the norm, it will usually be inside of that channel. So like right now, let me see. It should be in there right now. So inside of the Flash event channel, you'll see that on Friday, on the 13th, I'm playing Repo with friends. So the easiest way to know that is by looking at that channel. Lady, if it's invalid for you, I would try on a different browser, possibly. Are we still going to be here on Wednesday, or do you have a show to go to this Wednesday? I don't think I have a show on Wednesday. I don't think so. Yeah, I think Friday might be questionable. Friday might be questionable because of the recital, but I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to let Moon Bunny know that I will be there as soon as I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the thought about Wednesday about possibly being Shrek. Yeah, just to go ahead and do it and get it out of the way. That was the idea. So Wednesday I might do the dress up as Shrek stream where I play the Power Wash Simulator Shrek expansion pack. Yeah. For some reason, every time I end up dressing up, I go green. I don't know why. You play it in VR all the time? In VR, that is pretty cool. That is pretty rad. Shrek Wednesday, I think that might be the way. I think it might be the thing to do. Fury Den, thank you so much. Thank you all today for all the subs and the bits and the blurps. Everything. We are over halfway through the monthly goal, and it is the 10th. It is technically right now my wife's birthday. Just saying. It is Mrs. Flash's birthday right now as we speak. I told her, I said on Mother's Day, I'm going to plan the entire day. I said on your birthday, I will do whatever you want. I said, whatever you want. If you just want to chill, we can chill. If you want to chill and I do stuff to go take care of kiddos, stuff, whatever. But I was like, Mother's Day, I'm planning the entire day. So that's what I did. Mother's Day was awesome. A lot of fun making her basically do whatever I wanted. But she didn't mind because it was all Disney related. But birthday wise, she has a couple plans. So it'll be good. Happy level up day. No, thank you guys. I'll make sure to let her know. I will let her know all the amazing birthday wishes. You guys are amazing. Yes. I got her a few things. It wasn't too big. I was like, you know what? I spoiled on Mother's Day, so birthday could be chill. Yeah. Hi, Mel. I'm glad you're feeling better, Mel. All right. Let us go say hi. So we have a friendo, like I said, that I have never had the opportunity to raid. So we are going to go raid her right now. Her name is Carly. She is great. She's super chill, super humble, plays lots of Phas. I did just nap the entire day away after stream. Yeah, but you need it though. Recovery's recovery, dude. You can't judge what it's going to take. Oh yeah, she's great. She's so awesome. Yeah, and then Father's Day is on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, I should be streaming. I should be here. All right. Guys, one more time. Here's the raid messages. If you're a follower, that's for you. Subs, that's for you. My tier 3s, that's for you. Let us go say hi to Carly. Let's go follow. Give all the loves. Say hi and hello. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream today. Thank you guys for the craziness of what you guys do. I appreciate it so much. And it goes towards so much. It's hard to explain. It's hard to express, I guess. But thank you guys. Have an amazing night. I love you all. I will see you on Wednesday for more than likely Shrek Day. I owe it. I need to pay up. We might as well just do it. So Wednesday is probably going to be Shrek Day.